Hoorah.
Hi. Um, Sorry for the longer than normal intro there. I had to get things had to get things set up. Believe it or not, I forgot to set things up. I need to start like you can start, by the way, Virus.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Cool.
I need to set up a fucking like a fucking savings thing where like every time I forget to set something up on stream before starting, I like put in like $1 or something.
Yeah. By the way, we're actually malding right now.
We are?
We may sound happy, but we're actually malding.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Let me make sure that the game is being captured. Why are you like right there? Why did that pop out? What the fuck? Okay. Fucking move this. Okay, game is being captured correctly. That's good.
Cool.
Alrighty then. Well, as usual, we're not going to like be too like blah 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 and then start. We're gonna just like start this because we've been doing this all month. I didn't realize it would take this long. I love you, Yuri, but like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is real ridiculous, Yuri. Can't keep going like this.
Anyway, so what happened last time? I know for a fact that one of the things that happened last time was breaking and entering. They committed a crime. And they visited the literature club through their crimes. That's one of the things. I don't...
Hold on, let me reset this real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright. I don't remember what else happened the last time. Truthfully. Maybe Virus Bite remembers more. Do you remember what happened last time?
Okay, yeah, I do remember.
Alright, good.
So, yeah, Meredith, whatever her name was, Meredith? Meredith, yeah. So she graduated from high school, so she's a senior, and they're just reminiscing about the high school. So Sayori, Monica, and
they break in.
Yuri. Yeah, they break and enter. Let's see.
Natsuki is not allowed because the mod creator hates Natsuki, and god fucking damn it, I hate myself.
And nothing really significant really came on. Just Jean and Yuri had their first argument.
Didn't Sayori
we just witnessed their first argument. Oh yeah.
They got remarried. That's about
by
it.
This guy, by a red-haired guy.
No, not him. Not him.
Greetings, travelers.
No.
My name is Falconhoof.
No.
I'll be your guide on your quest.
God damn it. Yeah.
I'll try to limit that. I'll limit that so we ease of access.
Hopefully,
not ease
yeah.
of access though.
Well,
just keep the flow going.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, it's time. Without further ado, Yuri.
I freaking hate that, man. All right, here we go. All right, hold on. I gotta prep myself real quick. All right.
This is.
We gotta prep ourselves.
It's gonna be a little weird.
What's going on?
Can I flip you? Why do I not remember how to do this? Flip.
I'll give you a little bit of time. I need prep anyway.
Fuck. Alright, well that's just not really doing what I want there. Huh? Okay, well, you know what? You're just gonna be over here staring off of the screen. Sound good?
Alright, that's fine, that's fine.
That way we don't cover it up that much. I know that's been an issue.
Alrighty. You should just freaking change the opacity or something. That'll probably make it easier.
Opacity of you?
Yeah.
Nah.
Alrighty, here we go.
Alright.
Can you start preheating the oven to 350 degrees, my love?
No, I can't. Yeah, just a second. I'm almost done with this level on my game.
Can you hurry up, please? I'm almost done with the turkey and my hands are covered in stuffing.
Okay, I'm coming. You said 350, right?
Yes.
He turns a dial on the oven. There you go.
Thanks, my love.
Wow,
hate
you've
that
really
so
outdone yourself with that turkey, hun.
Thanks. I'm just glad Sayori and Lucas are supplying the rest of the food tonight.
No! Don't bring him back! No! Did you hear back from Monica and Rikuyo? Also known as Yuri?
I did. They said they appreciated the invitation, but already had plans to celebrate Thanksgiving with their family.
I wonder why Sayori and Lucas aren't having Thanksgiving dinner with her parents. They're not that far away.
I don't know. I never thought about it until now. I simply told her that they were welcome to have Thanksgiving with us, and she said if we cooked a turkey, they would bring everything else.
Huh. Oh well. I think I know the answer already. But what about Natsuki? I know you were planning on inviting her too. Oh my fucking god. Once again we get cucked. We get cucked by Natsuki.
No, you freaking cucked me!
And I cuck you in return.
No, I didn't do it. Blame the mod creator, not me.
Oh,
I was just a bystander reading for Yuri.
I cucked them because I skipped their dialogue. It's fine.
I guess. Alright. But regardless, I think it's just bottom line. I haven't heard back from her.
I stopped stuffing the turkey.
Honestly, I'm a little worried. I expected her to decline, not fail to respond at all.
Natsuki has always been distant for as long as I've known her.
Yes, but she hasn't gone so long without at least replying to me in quite some time.
Do you want to go to Natsuki's apartment and check up on her? Make sure she's alright. I am a little surprised. I hadn't considered that option. Because if we did that, then we would have to go and see Natsuki, which the mod creator is allergic to. Although she moved back some time,
See, they have a clear preference.
I know where her current apartment is. I had been there a couple times to pick her up, but never uninvited. I love that all of the times that Yuri has seen Natsuki has been off screen. I feel awkward and uncomfortable with the idea of just going over without warning.
Okay, here we go. Do you think I should?
I don't know. She's probably fine. But I don't want you to be upset and worried about her either. I know how much you cared about her.
I can't do anything right this second. My hands are a mess and I need to get this bird in the oven.
Bird?
Bird.
Alright. You know, I will support you in whatever you choose to do. Jean, what the fuck do you mean by that? I smile at him.
I gonna help with the turkey or what? I know, my love. Thank you.
Listen.
God, I freaking hate saying that so much.
Listen, no matter what, if you choose to go to Natsuki's apartment, I will still love you.
Thanks for the support, John. I very much appreciate it.
Is Doki Doki John the mod creator?
Oh god. Yuri, just say I know, thank you. You don't have to say my love. God damn, we know
stuffing the
he's
turkey,
your husband.
put it in the oven, and set the timer. No, they have to nail it into you that this is her husband. This feels like... It feels like the fucking mod creator was like, I'm sick and tired of seeing people say that Yuri and Natsuki are gay for each other. Fuck you. Not only am I gonna make her with this random guy, I'm also gonna make Natsuki not show up at all.
No.
I go in.
Why must she forsaken us?
Yeah, we keep slandering this. It's fine. I go into the living room, get my phone, and begin typing. Himari?
Himari, I haven't heard from Natsuki in a while. Do you know if she is okay?
That's fine. We're having Thanksgiving together with her dad. She's in the kitchen right now making pie.
Thank you. I was starting to get worried.
She broke her phone last week. Didn't think to tell you.
Didn't she say she was
Sorry.
gonna have Thanksgiving dinner anyway, like in the last episode?
I think.
I thought I remember her saying that.
I have no fucking clue.
Why am I remembering just key significant events in this freaking dang mod?
All I remember is that
That's
Natsuki
okay.
doesn't fucking show up.
Exist.
No problem.
That's okay. Thank you for blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Is that Natsuki? Even I'm starting to get
Himari.
a little worried.
She says Natsuki broke her phone.
Oh, good.
No, it's not good at all.
Ah, thank you, Mita, for joining. That's really awesome. I mean, not that she broke her phone. Sorry, my voice did a weird shit there. It's fine that she broke her phone, I guess.
The curse of Falconhoof.
No, it is not because
Don't
of
worry,
that.
traveler. I am inbound. I will be
You
there
are not-
momentarily.
You're
traveler.
not in this vicinity right now.
I know what you mean, my love. Fucking hell.
Yuri just likes to torture you. I notice his hands are shaking a little. He's dying.
Are you okay? Is your injury bothering you?
Yeah, it's starting to act up again. Should lie down until they get here. Hopefully that'll
Arthritis.
give me the strength to enjoy the evening with them. He starts
No.
to stand up but stumbles back onto the couch.
Oh, maybe you should just lie down on the couch instead of going all the way to the bed.
But then my back will hurt. I can't sleep properly on the couch. If you hand me my cane over that, I can make it. I know he's too unsteady for the cane right now.
Don't they have like a wheelchair?
They did. Instead, I go over to him and take his arm.
Just hold on to me, and I'll get you to the
no,
lift.
not the lift. I help him onto his feet. He's not bad enough when he needs the wheelchair, but he definitely can't walk on his own.
Why does the bot just answer our questions every single time we freaking raise a point, dude? Jesus.
Because it feels like it. And we're assholes who try to question the story before it has a chance
Just
to
logic.
fucking answer.
At least it covers all the tracks, all the questions that we have, though. I mean,
Except for
it's better than leaving
one.
it up in the air.
Except for
Natsuki.
one. Where the fuck is Natsuki?
Anyway, I have you. I won't let you fall.
Thanks. Some days I almost forgot I was injured. And there's the days like today.
Don't worry, it happened.
With him leaning
forgetting
heavily
injured.
against me, I help him to his stair lift. Ah, damn, I didn't have time to do the lift noise. Sean sets his
How
alarm
do you
before
forget you're
lying down
injured,
in
dude?
bed.
Like, I had a broken arm for lasted for 2 months, and all I felt was pain.
Yeah. I cannot imagine, honestly.
Anyway, there you go. If you need anything, just call or text me. I'll be downstairs.
Can you put the upstairs walker next to the bed for me?
Of course. I hope you feel better tonight.
So do I. I hate it when I miss out on things when I'm not feeling well.
I know you do, my love. But Sayori and Lucas are accustomed to your injuries and completely understand.
Yeah, I know.
I hope you feel better.
Me too.
Damn.
I go back upstairs. I gently open the door. Jean is fucking dead.
He just takes himself out.
After getting John his walker, I go downstairs to the living room. I get my book and sit down on the love seat to read. Just a few chapters later, I'm startled when my phone rings. That's not what I expected. I expected someone to be at the fucking door.
Himari?
God damn it, you Marge Simpson sounding ass. Guess again. Holy shit.
Natsuki, it's a pleasure to hear your voice again.
Hi, I'm finally back. Amari told me you were worried about not hearing from me. It's only been a week since I last messaged you.
I sent a text inviting you to Thanksgiving dinner with Sayori and I. I figured you were too busy to come, but I was worried when you didn't reply.
Gotcha. My phone smashed a while back, so I've been out of contact more than usual. That's why I'm using Himari's right now.
That's what Himari said in her text. I'm sorry your phone was damaged, though I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm planning on getting it replaced at the sales tomorrow.
Going to brave the Black Friday crowds, I see.
Yeah, I enjoy the shopping and the Natsuki yawns. Crowds don't bother me.
Are you tired, Natsuki?
Yeah, it's really late for me. I'm usually in bed by now. Probably take a nap soon, get up for dinner, then go back to sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Fortunately, I don't sleep. Work tonight, so I can sleep in past midnight. My schedule is really rough on evening activities, like family dinners. But I'm always up and early in the morning for doorbusters.
I hope you have fun tomorrow.
I know it's a bit of a drive, but if you wanted to come out in the morning, you could go shopping with me. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Spend some time together. You, me, Himari, even Sayori and Monica if they're available. God!
I really wish I could. Unfortunately, Black Friday is the single busiest day at the bookstore. Damn it!
I am going to fucking set this mod on fire. Oh my god.
As much as I would love to spend time with you, there's no way I can skip work. Though, you should ask the others in the group chat. I know Monica is off tomorrow, and I think Sayori is too.
I think you're just a pussy-ass little bitch. But yeah, I think I will. It's a shame you can't come. It's been way too long since the four of us have been together in person.
Yeah,
Natsuki yawns again.
I should let you get some sleep.
Yeah, I should really go to bed now. I just miss talking with you, though.
We have our occasional conversations during my lunch break.
Yeah, but we always have to cut our conversations short when you go back to work.
It's better than the alternative.
True. She gets quiet and her breathing becomes steady.
As much as I enjoy talking with you, Natsuki, I'm afraid you're going to fall asleep on me. Go take a nap, so you can enjoy dinner with your family tonight.
Alright, though I better invite the others now before I forget.
Good idea. Thanks for calling, Natsuki.
Of course. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
And you as well.
Too bad I
Yep, you
can't
would
be
celebrate
in
Thanksgiving.
any fucking more of this mod than just calling you on the phone.
Do the Japanese even celebrate Thanksgiving?
No, but we've established that this apparently does not take place in Japan.
Ah, okay, alright.
So I put my phone away and get out my book. Again. I ignore my phone when it chimes a little later. I know it's just Natsuki on the group chat. I am a little sad that I'll be missing out on spending time with my friends tomorrow, though. I'm sad, too. No! God fucking damn it.
Greetings, traveler. I have arrived. My name is Falconhoof, and I'll be your narrator for this quest. A redhead boy has entered the homestead. He says, "Hello, we're here."
This
What do you say to
motherfucker.
him?
This motherfucker has had more screen time than Natsuki.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
Come on in, you guys.
Oh god, here we go.
Lucas sets Violet down on the floor, who immediately runs over to play with the toys we keep for her. I'm pleasantly surprised to see that Meredith came as well. Yep, there she is.
The redhead boy. He notices the tiresome look in Sean's eye. He says, "You look tired, Sean. A bad day again today." What do you say to him?
We have this entire fucking day with him. Yeah, but I'll make it through dinner. You don't have to strain yourself for us. I got a lot of rest this afternoon. I'll be okay. I check the clock.
Great timing. The turkey should be done in about 15 minutes.
God, that's not a lot of time to get the rest of it ready.
It only takes like 30 seconds to make instant mashed potatoes, Mom.
How do you know that? And don't give away my
Because I
secret
tried to help you with it
recipes.
before. Sorry, I already figured that one out a couple of years ago.
Sayori pretends to pout. Just as long as you don't get my super secret recipe for can-shaped cranberry sauce.
That one is a mystery for the ages.
Meredith rolls her eyes at us. Hun, can you get the rest of the food out of the car while Meredith and I get it ready?
The redhead boy shakes his head in support of his wife and his daughter. He then says, "Sure thing." He then leaves out the room. What do you say to him?
Damn it. I follow Sayori and Meredith into the kitchen. Can you mix the salad, Meredith, while I make the potatoes?
Okay. Oh, damn, my voice. Sorry.
Because it's a weekday, James and Edward are with MC tonight. Since Meredith is an adult, the custody arrangement doesn't apply to her anymore.
Did Natsuki get in touch with you or Monica?
She did. Monica will be picking me up tomorrow morning and then driving to Natsuki's. I know shopping isn't really your thing, but I wish you could come with us.
I have to work tomorrow. There's no way I can get out of it.
That's what Natsuki said in the chat. She also said you're a flaky ass bitch, but I didn't pay attention to that one.
Damn it.
Lucas comes in carrying 2 pumpkin pies, I swear to God.
The most exquisite dessert. He places it on the cabinet. He looks down. Very... licks his lips. He then says, the redhead boy then says, "Who should I set these? What do you do to
It's
them?"
Pages of Life. It's Pages
What
of
do you
Life.
say to him?
Yes, it is a mod. It is a mod. We would be taking real DDLC much more seriously. I simultaneously hate and love this fucking character.
You can just set them on the counter over here.
He sets the pies down. I can see that they are homemade. Still warm. Ugh. I hate dieting. But also hate how fat I am too. What the fuck is this, like, trend here? Mod creator, what the fuck is happening?
The redhead boy notices the struggle of his wife. He then walks up to her and approaches her. very confidently. He then says to her, "Do you need any help, sunshine?" What do you say to him?
It's so simple that it. No, we got it. Go talk about your new RPG campaign idea with John. I know you've been dying to do so in the past few days.
Sure will, my love.
He's just
I call it
constantly in character.
Falconhoof.
No! God damn it, it's full circle. He smiles and goes into the living room. I'm interested to hear about Lucas's idea, but I also want to talk to Sayori and Meredith. Seeing that the timer only has a few minutes left before I need to check the turkey convinces me to stay.
I know it's a few days late, but happy birthday, by the way. Thanks. So, how have you been enjoying college, Meredith? Ugh, it's so much work. I can't believe I'm already missing high school.
Meredith started college last semester. September, in fact. Her school is a 3-hour drive away, far enough that she lives in the dorms, close enough that she can come home for the holidays like this.
Wait until you get nostalgic for college because you have to go to work. Don't even joke about that! I'm going to school full-time and working part-time. I think a full-time job would be easier. As someone who worked full-time and went to school part-time, I admit it was easier for me after I graduated from college.
I know Meredith got a student loan and a part-time job washing dishes to pay for college. I think Sayori and MC have an agreement to both help pay part of her tuition as well, although I don't know for certain.
So, your mom said you were learning how to make websites? I am majoring in computer art with a minor in web design. I am hoping for a job making graphics and art for computer games. But if I can't get a job doing that, my art skills will go well with the web design, so it's my backup plan. It's smart to have a backup. Dad was the one who suggested it. That's good. That's a turkey. Hold on, just one moment.
That was like obscenely loud.
It was freaking loud in my ear, dude.
I open the oven door and insert the meat thermometer. The needle doesn't
open the oven door.
No! Turkey, why?
It's freaking just like hanging from the roof.
Sayori, don't look.
Don't look, Sayori.
The needle doesn't reach the proper temperature when it stops. I take the thermometer out and close the oven door. Not done?
It just needs a bit more time. So, how have things been going with you and your boyfriend? We broke up last month. We just couldn't make being in a long-distance relationship work. Oh, I'm sorry. You'd been together for a long time. Thanks, but to be honest, I'm not that upset about it. Looking back, we've been drifting apart since long before I left for college. I want a career and eventually a family. He doesn't.
You're both a bit young. I don't think either of you are really ready for that yet.
No, we're not. Not right now, at least. But he's not even trying.
How so?
He's still living with his parents without a job and not going to school.
Okay.
He's not even trying to make plans for the future. It took being away from him at college for me to realize that means he has no plans for a future with me. We argued about it over the phone, and I ended our relationship. I think it's a mature decision. It sounds like you're really growing up. Thanks, Yuri. It must still hurt, though, I'm guessing. Yeah, a little bit. Romantic relationships can be very difficult to deal with.
What the fuck is this outfit, by the way?
I think it's like a recolor of like the school vest.
It is, but
and
like, what is it supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be like a tracksuit or something. That's what I'm suggesting.
It just looks
That's what I'm
weird.
thinking.
She
Looks weird.
snorts.
Not for James. James has a girlfriend?
Oh, yes. Apparently his grades are slipping because he's either with her, calling her, or texting her instead of focusing on school. I've heard all about it from MC. He is this close to getting grounded by the both of us if he doesn't shape up soon. I don't have anything against her. She seems like a nice girl. But James is so infatuated, he doesn't do anything that doesn't involve her.
Sayori sets down the bowl of instant gravy she had been mixing.
Sounds like someone I used to know. But that's a tale for another time. I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Meredith?
I finished a salad some time ago.
I look over
Wasn't
and
really
see
that
that
hard.
Sayori appears to be done with the mashed potatoes and gravy. The cranberry sauce on a plate is still perfectly shaped like the can. Sayori always serves it that way. She thinks it's funny. Meredith just opened the bag of salad and dumped it into a bowl.
The turkey needs some more time before I check again. Though we should probably go ahead and set the table.
Good idea. I'll help.
Sayori gets some plates and begins setting them on the table, while I get the silverware. Meredith puts food on the table.
You need to leave room for the turkey, Meredith.
But there isn't enough space on the table. What are you talking about?
Not for the whole turkey. Just leave room for a plate in the middle that we'll put when we carve it.
Okay.
I look at the table questioningly. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Where are the glasses?
That was it.
And some ice water to drink.
Sayori gets the glasses while I empty all of our ice trays into a pitcher and fill it with water. After setting the ice water on the table, I open the oven to check the turkey again. I stick the thermometer into the breast.
Ooh, is it done? That section is. I need to check 2 more though.
After confirming that the turkey is at the proper temperature, I remove it from the oven and set it on the stove.
It's done. We're ready to eat.
Finally.
Doesn't it need to rest before we carve it?
Does it? I don't remember that.
It's been a while. I don't normally cook turkeys except on Thanksgiving, sometimes not even then. Meredith pulls out her phone.
According to this, you need to let it sit for 15 minutes after taking it out of the oven. Thank you. I'll set a timer.
Well, let's get started on getting everyone in here. It'll probably take that long to get Violet settled and the rest of the food served.
I'll go get them. Hey, you two, we're ready to eat, so if you can...
Who did this child last time?
That's the 4th child, so I don't think we did Violet.
The 4th child. I don't... You go ahead and do this fucking child. Because I already have
Okay,
2
alright, here
of
we
the
go.
others.
Okay. Yo! Yo! What?
Oh shit!
Okay.
You're covering her. You bastard.
Hey, it's not my fault you
Get
put me
over
there.
here. Well, you were over there for a good 30 minutes. Before we
I
went
keep
back.
telling you, opacity.
No. Violet rushes up and grabs my legs. You know what? Half of Sayori's head is funny, but it's not as funny as fucking Edward was.
Wait to me, Yuri, read.
I smile at her.
It's time to eat right now. Mama made pie.
No.
The redhead boy notices the excitement in his daughter's voice. He stoops down, picks her up. He then says, "Yep, but you need to eat your dinner first. What do you say to him?" And I promise that we will read together after dinner, okay? Okay. Let's go into the kitchen, see Mama. Okay.
After eating, we go to the living room to visit. I want to just crash on the couch, but Violet runs up to me.
Read now, Yuri.
Violet, I think Yuri is...
It's okay, Sayori. Violet knows how much I love to read, don't you? Yeah.
I get a pillow and sit down on the floor.
Why don't you pick out a book that we can read together? I've got a better idea, Violet. You should ask Yuri to tell you a story. Yuri not only likes to read, but she also likes to make up stories and will tell you a new one if you ask her nicely.
Alright, Yuri, just don't be a freak.
She will? Wait, what? Come on, Yuri. I'm certain it was you that told me the story of the giant and the beanstalk when I was young.
I blush.
I'm surprised you remember. You couldn't have been much older than Violet is now. He thought it was weird. To be honest, it was weird, especially at that age. Sorry. Don't be. It helped me to look at things differently. It's why I still remember you telling it to me after all these years. So, what do you say, Violet? Do you want Yuri to tell you a weird story? No, I want book.
She runs into the library, what used to be the den when my mother lived here.
Well, I tried. It's okay. It's what she's used to.
I start to stand up to go after Violet. She's a bit young, and most of the books John and I have are not for kids. Like the strawberry book. Thank God they seem to have burned that one.
It's gone. It's done for. Dunsky.
It was in the house, in a house fire. Completely unrelated to Club Funkin'. However,
God.
before I do so, she runs
Swear
back
you never talk
out.
about Club Punkin' again. The internet Club Punkin'.
Yeah, I should have.
We don't
I'm
bring it up
sorry.
anymore.
However, before I do so, she runs back out with a book in her hands.
This one. Read this one.
The book she is holding doesn't appear to be from one of the children's books we keep for guests. Looks like one of my hardback novels.
Oh, that book might be a little bit too big for you, Violet. Aww. But let me take a look first. Here.
She eagerly hands me the book. I take it and look at the cover. I'm surprised. It's a collection of myths and fairy tales, one without any pictures on the cover. While it is a bit old for her, it is one John and I keep on our kids' shelves. Wonder what made her choose it, though.
It may be a little big, but we can still read it together.
Yuri, you probably should do more vetting on that one.
Yay!
I open it up and Violet eagerly plops down on my lap.
Ooh, you're getting a little big for that. The redhead boy. Here's the comment made to his daughter by the purple-haired friend known as Yuri. He then says to her, for confrontation, "You'll be nice to Yuri now." Wait, oh God! I thought you said that you'd be nice, Yuri.
You'd be nice, Yuri. Fuck
You'd
you,
be nice,
Yuri.
Yuri now. Fuck you, Yuri. What do you say to him? I am. I don't mind you sitting on my lap. Just don't jump like that, okay? Okay. So, this book has a lot of really old stories in it. Let's find one that will be fun to read. Where's the pictures? This book doesn't have any. Do you want to get one that does? No, read this one.
Why is she
Okay,
so
we will.
dead set on this book? I look at the page I randomly turned to.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Keep going.
A Native American legend about a girl committing suicide to appease the spirits. That's a
Keep going.
bad fucking idea.
Yeah. Cop out. Okay, alright. Let's find a story that will be fun.
Hey Sayori, I'm going to read a story to your child about suicide. You're fine with that, right?
No, why would I be okay with that?
And age appropriate. I skim through the book. An old version of Red Riding Hood that ends with the girl being eaten by the wolf. A girl escaping from her demon husband after a forced marriage. Aztec gods sacrificing each other to become the sun and moon. Okay, this is obviously a book of classic myths and fairy tales. I think I should keep it on a higher shelf when I put it away. Keep turning pages. Zeus. Nope. Actually have absolutely no desire to try and explain patricide and infidelity to her. Ah, the Greek myth of Arachne. This one isn't too bad. Violet gets quiet as I put my finger towards the first word. I always point to each word as I say it so she can follow along.
Once upon a time, there was a woman named Arachne.
Violet stays quiet and doesn't interrupt as I read. I doubt she understands all of it, but she doesn't stop me to ask questions. I soon reach the end of the story.
And so Athena cursed Arachne, turning her into the first spider forced to weave webs forever.
I close the book.
Is it true? The story? Yeah. People used to think so a long time ago, but I don't think it's true.
Yuri, just say it's not true. Because it's
No,
not.
just say it. God dang.
Violet curls up in my lap a little. I think she's tired.
Read another, Yuri.
I stroke her head.
Of course.
Just not from that book.
The next day.
The
or
next year. Because Yuri is a bitch.
Oh, dude, we're halfway. We're halfway. Man.
We're halfway? Oh my
Wait, oh no,
god.
I thought 50. Wait, I thought we were 50. Okay, we still have 15 years to go.
I'm currently in the living room, eating dinner with Jean, trying to convince myself
Oh
I'm
my
enjoying
God.
it.
Jesus.
I really hate having to watch what I eat like this. I'm not cut out for vegetarian meals like Monica. I want a bacon cheeseburger dripping with grease, not this plain salad without even any dressing on it. Jean is eating a taco salad and so has some delicious looking meat, cheese, guacamole, and chips in his.
She's not talking about the food, by the way.
Yeah. Hun, I know I completely support you in your diet, but don't you think it'll ruin you? I don't think it'll ruin you if you eat more than just lettuce and tomato tonight. I realized I was staring at his plate.
I'm fine.
What the fuck is this arc? I take another
The Yuri diet
big
arc.
slice of lettuce. This is the worst arc so far. I will take Yuri incel arc over this any day.
Yuri incel arc.
Alright. Fortunately, the diet is working. I've been managing to keep my weight steady, even if it's not as low as I'd like. Look at the clock.
They should be here in 5 minutes.
Who is they? Jean looks towards the clock, nods, and begins eating faster. Sayori and her family are coming over
5 minutes. I better see. I don't remember how it went.
Is that the new voice for fucking what's his name? Sayori and her family
Whatever.
are coming over for another Friday night game night. And after she picks up James and Edward from MC, Friday night game night, I think you could have just left one night.
Yeah.
Friday game night?
Friday night gaming. No.
No. You peeked into my mind and knew where it was going.
Friday night gaming. Friday night gaming. Oh, God damn it. Alright, freaking keep going before we start.
That place burned down. That place burned down. It's not real. It never happened.
No, it's all in the back of everybody's mind. We forgot about that chapter in the city's life.
We agreed to eat before this, since the board game we planned to play takes so long. What board game? I wonder if I'll meet James' girlfriend tonight. Why would you?
Oh, gosh.
I know she goes to school with him, so she must live in the area. I haven't heard more about James getting in trouble with his grades because of her, so I'm guessing that got worked out. Finish my salad and put my plate in the sink. Then I go into the library, get the game, and take it into the kitchen. Start setting up the game on the table. Usually we play floors on the game of the living room, but this one has so many pieces it's best if we use the table. And if I'm being honest, it's getting harder for me to get up off the floor these days. Yuri's getting fucking old.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty in my golden years, and I'm freaking goddamn having trouble getting up too.
You're just like Yuri, for real, for real.
Yeah, sure, exactly. But I'm much younger.
Are you in your Yuri incel arc, perhaps?
No, I don't think so.
Or are you in your Yuri married life arc?
Oh, God.
When I'm almost done setting up the game, Jean comes in and puts his plate on the sink. Actually, are you in your Yuri miscarriage arc?
I think I'm there.
Ah, okay. Have you heard from Lucas or Sayori yet? They should have been here by now. I look and see at the clock and see they're almost 20 minutes late. What it is?
The miscarriage arc. I totally forgot what.
Oh yeah, the miscarriage arc. Yeah.
No, but maybe they got held up when picking up the kids from MC. They're also not the most punctual people in the world.
Yeah, but they're usually not this late. Jean's right. MC doesn't live that far away. And the few times she's been held up there dealing with him on the nights we're visiting, she's always at least texted me to let them know. I double checked my phone.
Oh, God. Alright, start from the top.
Yeah.
It has been a couple weeks. Want to come over for games tonight?
Yeah, we'll be there. What should we play?
Astra Imperator.
That game maxes out at 4 players. With James and Edward, there's 6 of us.
Sean has been wanting to play Terraform Mars again.
Isn't that 5-player only?
Yes, but we stretched to 6 before.
We ran out of time last time we tried it.
Well, if we all eat before you come over, we will have time.
I'll ask MC to feed the kids early then. We'll be there right after picking them up like usual.
Nothing new since this morning. I'm really concerned. I suddenly realized that maybe she messaged me on the group chat by mistake.
Nothing.
God damn. No posts from anyone there today. I consider whether I should call Sayori, go to MC's apartment when I start to hear yelling in front of our house. Sounds like a real bad argument. I recognize one of the voices as Sayori's. Haven't heard her shout like that since she was married to MC. Hope she isn't having marital problems with Lucas. Go outside to see what's going on.
Ah, shit. Okay.
I can't believe you're not taking this seriously. It's that kind of attitude that caused this problem in the first place.
I see Violet on the ground, holding Sayori's hand, looking troubled and a little scared. I pick her up and give her a hug.
It'll be okay, little one. Mama's not mad at you.
Oh yeah, this is me. I forgot.
Yeah, that's
It
you.
would be a problem if you weren't being such an asshole.
The redhead boy. Fuck. Okay. The redhead
I'll
boy.
get up.
He is very angry with his son. Why would he say such a thing to his mother? He just has to say off as a warning. You do not talk your mother to that way, young man. What do you say to him?
You're not my dad.
Edward shakes his head and walks past me into the door.
James is in trouble.
At least this isn't Sayori and Lucas fighting. Oh my god.
The redhead boy, hurt by the counter argument, has to say, "No, I'm your stepfather, and I care about you just as if you were my own." What do you say to him? Oh, fuck. He continues, "You're being childish, irresponsible, and throwing your life away. That's bad enough, but you're also hurting your own mother, and that I will not stand for." What do you say to him?
It's not that big a deal. Yes, it is, and you thinking otherwise is half the problem. I'm not a kid anymore. We'll deal with it. If you want me to stop treating you like a child, then stop acting like one. Fine, I don't need this. I'm going back to Dad's.
James turns around and storms down the street. Sayori goes to start after him, but Lucas stops her.
The redhead boy knows that it would cause further escalation if he let his wife go and talk down to his stepson. He then says to her, "Let me go after him. I think he's more likely to talk to me now than you. Even if he won't listen to me, I'll make sure he gets back to MC's apartment safely." What do you say to him?
But
He responds, interjecting, "Besides, I think you could use one of Yuri's calming teas right now."
I put
What
my
do you
arm
say to him?
around Sayori.
Lucas is right. Why don't you come inside and let him handle it?
okay.
The redhead boy nods at the purple-haired friend named Yuri. He says to her, in gratitude, "Thanks, Yuri." What do you say to him? You'd better hurry before he gets too far away.
Lucas nods and begins to jog after James. I guide Sayori into the house. Jog after James sounds like a fucked up game.
Jog after James.
I bring
Jazz.
Sayori into the into the kitchen and sit her down at the table. I look at the game I set up from earlier. I know we're not playing it tonight. Set Violet down on the floor, get my kettle, and start filling it with water. Look, now she's ahead! She's ahead now!
1 year later. I was thinking of making some chamomile tea. Tea. Goddamn. Would you like to have some with me? Or maybe something else?
A cup of tea would be fine. Whatever kind you think is best.
Put
I
the
will
kettle
never
on
get-
the stove and get out the chamomile.
I will never get the freaking thing around tea, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm not a tea drinker.
yeah. Me either. I put the tea in the strainer and set it in the teapot. Why does Sayori just, like, have everything fucking happen to her? This is fucked
I
up.
know, holy shit, man. Jeez, see, Ori has one shitty life.
I should have just died back then.
No,
No,
Sayori, don't say
Sayori.
that. Violet watches us for a bit, then walks out of the kitchen. She's gonna go bump her head on my glass coffee table.
Oh god.
I poke my head out to see what she's doing. I see her go up to my glass coffee table and bump her head on it.
Always childproof your glasses,
I watch
even
her
the
go
ones you're
to,
wearing on your face.
to Jean and Edward, who are playing video games in the living room. She'll be okay with them, as long as she doesn't bump her head on my on my glass coffee table. I say this as someone who has, in fact, bumped my head on a glass coffee table.
Yeah, me too.
I have a
did the
scar
same
from
thing.
that. It's great. I turn
Yeah, I
back
have the same
towards
thing, too.
Sayori, who is just sitting
Thank God I
there.
had a hard head.
Yeah, me too. What a coincidence. I want to ask her what the fight with James was about, but I feel like right now would not be the best time to let her bring it up. I get down 2 teacups, along with a sugar bowl for Sayori, and set them on a tray. She always liked sugar, but not cream in her tea. Only Yuri would notice that fucking detail.
Of course.
It isn't long before the kettle begins to whistle. Take it off the stove and immediately pour
Keto
the...
diet.
Yeah, that's what Yuri's on. I take
Doing
it
it
on
very
the
bad, that's for sure.
stove. Fuck. And immediately pour the boiling water into the teapot. Herbal teas need to be hot. And so does my friends. I set a timer for 10 minutes to let it steep fully. I prefer stronger teas, and I'm hoping it'll help Sayori reacts more, I guess. I start putting the board game away so I'll have the space to set the tea.
Sorry. I know how much you enjoy playing board games with us.
It's quite alright.
The game has a lot of pieces, so by the time I'm done, there's less than a minute on the timer. Rather than waiting for it to go off, I turn it off early and remove the strainer. I take the tray over to the table and carefully pour us both a cup.
2 lumps of sugar.
Sayori smiles weakly.
Yes, please. The fact that you fucking know that, Yuri, is only slightly concerning.
I carefully stir the blasphemous sugar into Sayori's cup and then hand it to her with a little bow. What?
Yeah, tea drinkers hate sugar.
What the hell did you just do? Why did you do that?
Do what?
Give a bow when you serve people tea. You've always done it, at least since high school.
My mother once took me to a place that performs traditional Japanese tea ceremonies. I love the formality and the serenity of it.
I almost went back, but then my mom fucking died.
It's my way of trying to replicate that for others, at least a little.
I sit down next to her and take a sip of my tea.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome for the tea.
No, thank you for always being there for me.
Of course, as I have told you many times over the years, you are my
Sister.
friend, and I cherish my friends.
Put my arm around her comfortingly.
Do you realize we've been friends for over half our lives now?
I do some quick math in my head and realize she's right.
Monica and Natsuki as well.
Yeah, but Natsuki's been written out of the story and Monika's not much better. Plus, my suicide attempt, my depression, my weddings, my divorce, my pregnancies. You've always been there.
On the sidelines.
supporting me through them.
She takes another sip of tea.
And I know it's just my depression and emotions being all out of whack, but I feel like I'm always taking from you and never giving.
Do you know how lonely my life would be without you? Without Monica and Natsuki?
Don't pretend that they're here.
Damn it. Before I joined the literature club, I had no friends at school. Only my board game group and some people I chatted with online.
What board game group?
She was in a board game group.
She was?
Yeah.
Good for her. The fuck does she
You say you
mean?
never helped me, but you always have.
The fuck does she mean she didn't have any friends? She was in a board game group.
Well, I mean, I mean, you know, we were in clubs and we didn't really get along with, like, associate with people that were in there. Just
I
only
mean-
just all of us that we'd known.
I guess so, yeah. Fair enough.
I sometimes imagine what my life would be like without you. Ending up as a complete recluse, spending all my free time reading books with maybe a bunch of cats as my only company.
No, I think Yuri would have been fucking dead in the fire of Club Funkin', actually.
Fire of Club Funkin'.
Considering fucking Sayori is the one that picked her up.
I don't think you would have become a crazy cat lady.
Possibly. I'm glad I never had to find out.
Honestly, I would probably be dead without Sayori and the others. Either from taking my cutting too far, or having an accident, or outright suicide. I think the loneliness would have gotten to me.
Please believe me, though, when I tell you that I've always seen you as being here for me, as much as I've been there for you. Even if you can't see it right now.
I get up and pour myself some more tea.
Would you like some more too?
Sayori looks down at her cup, which I see is empty.
Yes, please. Although, only 1 sugar this time.
I take her cup, fill it, stir in the sugar, and then hand it to her with my customary bow. Sayori smiles.
You should learn how to perform the tea ceremony. I think you'd be good at it.
Maybe someday.
I sit down next to Sayori again, and we calmly drink our tea together. We're silent. We don't say anything to each other for a couple of minutes. I can faintly hear the sounds of the video game coming from the other room.
I am, gonna be a grandmother this year.
Gilf Yuri! I look at her in surprise.
Oh, God. I'm guessing you're not talking about Meredith?
Angela, James's girlfriend, is pregnant. She's due in September. I just found out when we picked him up today.
I wanted to say congratulations, but I know that's the wrong thing to say right now. I continue to drink my tea and let Sayori talk.
They're so young. Too young to be having kids of their own. I mean, how could this happen?
I would assume it happened because they had sex.
Sayori sputters.
Well, yeah, of course they... You're just messing with me, aren't you?
Sorry, I was trying to lighten the mood.
Sayori shakes her head.
Thanks for trying to help. I just don't know where I went wrong. We had the talk. I even went over contraceptives with him. Did he forget? Ignore what he was told? Did they do it wrong? Did it just fail? It was hard enough talking about it with him hypothetically. I have no idea how to ask him now.
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. I can't believe you would think this is a big deal.
The fact that James's girlfriend is pregnant is a big deal, but I don't think how she got pregnant is. It has already happened. There's no going back. I think what matters is what they're going to do now.
Okay, you have a point, but that isn't much better. James says they're keeping the baby.
Not having an abortion?
Her parents are adamantly opposed to that. They're both still in 11th grade. How are they going to care for a baby while going to school?
I remember the school having a daycare when we went there.
Excuse me?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember that. But what about clothes, bottles, and diapers? Babies aren't cheap to care for. I don't want James to be an absentee father, but he's having enough trouble with school as it is. How's he gonna help care for his child when he can't even take care of himself?
I assume the option of adopting the baby out has been brought up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, since it seems abortion is completely off the table. But right now, they're so enamored with the idea of having a baby that they're not thinking of the reality of having a baby. They don't want to give it up and never see it again.
I'm gonna be a dad. I'm going to name it Epic Fortnite. I'm gonna name him Fortnite Jonesy after my favorite game.
Listen, I understand. I really do. And this is gonna be my first grandchild, so I don't want to give it up either. But you have to do what's best for your children, even if it's not what you personally want.
I briefly imagined John and I adopting the baby. It'd be wonderful. We'd finally have a child of our own. James and Angela would be like an aunt and uncle. Sayori could be a grandma or a great aunt. Angela's parents live nearby and would be welcome to be grandparents. It's the perfect solution. But Yuri, why are you thinking of this? But just as quickly, the dream is gone. Jean and I can't adopt. It doesn't matter if James and Angela are okay with it. It doesn't matter how perfect it is for everyone involved. We've looked it up online from time to time to see if something changed that would allow us to finally adopt. No. The situation has just gotten worse as the two of us continue to age. No judge would sign off on it, unless that judge just so happened to be Monica.
Yeah, exactly. You might suggest an open adoption. They are more common than you would think these days.
What's that?
It's an adoption where the birth family retains some right of contact with the adopted child. The amount of contact is worked out by the lawyers and adoption agency beforehand. But it can be anything from a yearly letter to scheduled visitation to practically being extended family. I would bring that up with them, maybe with their parents as well. Perhaps they will agree to that.
Maybe.
Sayori sits there thinking. I fear she'll bring up the obvious suggestion of John and I being the ones to adopt the child. She knows we've wanted to and can't. I doubt she realizes that her, James, and Angela's opinions of us doesn't really matter. Mare's struggling enough with the idea as is. I drain my cup of tea to clear my head of those thoughts. Sayori stands up and rinses her cup out of the sink. Since she appears to be done, I pick up the tea tray and bring it over to the sink. I empty the teapot and begin to wash it. Sayori takes both her cup and mine and puts them in the dishwasher.
Thank you for the tea and advice, but
Oh, no.
mostly for letting me vent.
Oh no.
Okay, this stream kind of locked up right there.
Oh. Yeah, that would not have been good.
I needed that.
You're welcome.
I put my hand on her shoulder and smile at her.
You're going to get through this. You have Lucas, your parents, me, Sean, Monica, even Natsuki.
Yeah, if she ever showed up.
I know, man. You're not alone. And truthfully, this is something James and Angela are going to have to deal with. They're growing up, and there's only so much you can do.
I don't want them making a mistake that'll ruin their lives.
Like getting married right out of high school. Is that what this is really about?
Maybe? I don't know.
But I don't see how you can stop them if they're determined. Guide them as best you can and try to catch them if they fall. I think that is the best any good parent can do.
Says the girl who caused her mom any grief. Never did it, that is.
Says the woman who never raised any kids.
Cutting, skipping school, ignoring school assignments, not studying for tests. Looking back, I gave my mother plenty to worry about.
You got past that. It worked out.
Exactly. It worked out.
But your issues weren't life-altering like a pregnancy.
You think so? My choices resulted in me taking 4 years to finish a 2-year college degree. And while I enjoy my job, it's a perfect one for my education experience. It's not all that great. If I had gotten a better degree, I might have a much better job now. One that leaves us more financially secure.
One that would actually allow me to save for retirement. God, that's depressing.
The choices I made affected me for the rest of my life, but it worked out. I think the choices that they're making will affect the rest of their lives, but it will also probably work out.
Sayori just looks at me.
I'm sorry. I know I'm the last person in the world that should be telling anyone how to deal with children. What I'm trying to say is, while you should do the best you can for your kids, you need to accept that they're going to make mistakes, no matter what you do.
That reminds me of the Serenity Prayer.
So, what?
You haven't heard of it? It goes something like, may God... I'm Christian now, by the way. May God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
I've heard that before. I didn't know that it had a name. I wasn't thinking of that specifically, but I suppose it is what I'm trying to say.
I think your teapot's clean enough.
I look down and see that I'd been mindlessly scrubbing my teapot with a sponge this entire time.
Oh, yes, I think you're right.
I give the teapot a final rinse and then set it aside to dry. As we walk into the living room, Violet comes up to Sayori.
Mama K?
Sayori bends down and picks her up.
Yeah, Mama's okay. I'm sorry I yelled earlier.
Love you, Mama.
I love you too, baby.
Not baby.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you're a big girl now.
Yeah.
Sayori looks at the clock. Lucas should have been back a while ago. I'm a little worried.
Why don't you give him a call? I'll bet Violet would like to read with me while you do. Blocks, Yuri, blocks!
She squirms out of Sayori's hand and goes over to the toys. Starts pulling out all of the wooden blocks we have.
Okay, we'll play with the blocks.
Get down on the ground to play with Violet while Sayori goes back into the kitchen. Carefully stack some blocks onto those that Violet laid down.
No, big ones first, little ones later. Oh, my mistake.
It isn't long before Sayori returns.
Did you get in touch with Lucas?
Yeah, I did. It turns out there was no one at MC's apartment, so they went home instead. They're there now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that they're safe.
I continue to add blocks onto the tower Violet and I have been working on.
Mom, are you getting another divorce?
I look up at Edward.
No, kiddo, why?
She stops and get a contemplative look on her face.
I'm not mad at Lucas, and honestly, I'm not really mad at James either. Lucas and I aren't even thinking about divorcing each other. It'll be alright, okay?
She sits down and puts her arm around him.
Mom, I can't play when you do that.
That's not really the voice he had, but that's fine.
Mom, I can't really play when you do that.
There you go.
There they were. There they were.
Oh, sorry.
She removes
Mom,
her
you're in the way. Do something.
She removes her arms and just sits on the couch next to him, watching the game. I watch Edward. He seems focused on the game he's playing with Jean, but I wonder what's going on in his mind. What's really going on in his head?
Stupid.
I remember Sayori telling me that Edward had never seen her and MC happy together. I think this argument reminded him of that time. There really isn't anything I can say or do about that right now. I'm certain Sayori and her family will get through this issue together. It seems a bit surreal that one of us is about to be a grandparent, though. It reminds me of when Sayori got married, and I realized we were old enough to be parents. In a way, I don't feel like we're old enough to be grandparents. That wasn't so long ago since we were in high school together. But as Sayori pointed out, we're over twice the age we were then. We could be starting menopause in just a few years. Even me. My doctor warned me that despite my hysterectomy, I'll still have hot flashes, mood swings, and all the other symptoms. Where's the time gone?
Ready, Yuri?
I look over and see that Violet has finished the tower and is getting ready to knock it over.
I'm ready.
With a squeal of delight, Violet knocks it over and comes crashing down. I clap my hands and laugh with her as she proceeds to help her set it up again. Blah, blah, blah. Why did that, scramble my brain?
Hang in there, Stuart. Hang in there.
26. What the fuck? We're on a beach?
The beach is so big. Come on, Marco, let's play.
Violet, I don't want you going near the water without an adult.
Okay.
Can we go swimming now, Mom?
So awkward.
Yes, but don't go too deep and stay together.
We will.
So I'm guessing they patched things up with that, or what?
Seems like it.
I guess we'll find out. The redhead boy enjoying the summer soaked skin of his sits down on the sand, or walks down the sand. He then says, "Wow, the weather is great today." What do you say to him?
Yeah, it is. I'm glad you invited us on this trip.
Yes, this is wonderful. Thank you. The redhead boy says in response, "We're just glad you two were able to come along." What do you say to him?
I stretch my back. The 2-hour car ride was a little rough, especially with 7 people and a dog crammed into Sayori's minivan. But it was well worth it. It has been more than a few years since John and I last came here.
This looks like a good place to set up the chairs.
We set up the beach
I like how
chairs. we were
Sayori actually
carrying.
does look legit her age with the freaking goddamn clothes she has.
Yeah. We set up the beach chairs we were carrying, and Lucas sets down the cooler. How old is she now?
They should be in her 40s, middle 40s.
She is 40 years old.
It's too bad that Monica and her family couldn't come too.
Yeah, I invited them, of course, but she had to work.
What about Fukuyo and the girls?
They're out of town visiting his parents for the summer.
And Monica couldn't get the vacation time to go with them.
Apparently there's
some huge work project she's dealing with, and she can't take time right now because of it.
That's what I was gonna say.
But I beat you to it first, Sayori.
Yeah.
Honestly, she sounds pretty stressed about it in the group chat. The redhead boy looks around for his daughter. He then says, in panic, "Where's Violet?" "Oh, she's over there with Markov."
Excuse me?
"Excuse me?" The redhead boy then shouts for his daughter. "Vi, that's a little too far, sweetie. Come on back." What do you say to him?
I don't think she can hear you.
I've got it. "Markov, come here, boy."
That's the dog?
It's the dog.
Markov hears me and starts running back. Violet, still chasing him, begins to come back too. Jean and I decided to adopt a dog from the local rescue shelter last year, and I, like a fucking nerd, named him after my book. Even though he's a small dog, Violet was a little scared of him at first. Now she enjoys running and playing with him. Markov runs up and tries to jump on me.
God, Markov, no jumping, down.
Markov continues to put his paws on my leg. He wants me to pick him up. He's small enough that I usually just let him on my lap, but his paws are too sandy right now.
I said down.
Is that any way to treat your fur baby?
It annoys me when people say that.
Markov is a dog, a pet, not a fur baby or a grand dog.
A pet?
And when I tell him down, I expect him to obey.
Markov takes his paws off my legs and sit down.
Yes, like that. Good dog.
I reach down and pet him behind the ears. Violet comes running up.
Why'd you run away, Marco? I called him back.
You were getting too far away.
I wasn't near the water.
No, you weren't, and that's good. But why don't you play a little closer to us?
Can I build a sandcastle? The redhead boy admires the idea. He then says, "That's a good idea. I even bought a bucket for that." What do you say to him? "Thanks, Daddy."
First you need some sunscreen.
Scum screen.
Scum scream.
Aw, do I have to?
I don't want you to get a sunburn, so you don't have a choice. Come here.
Brian.
It won't take too long. I'm sorry, Yuri.
It's yucky.
I get out my own tube of sunscreen and begin rubbing it on my arms.
We're all putting it on. See?
I can feel Jean looking at me. I know he hates wearing sunscreen too. He intentionally wore a long-sleeved shirt here so that he wouldn't have to put any on.
Come on, that means you too, Jean. At least your face, since you don't have a hat.
He sighs and comes over to me so I can apply some to his face.
Thank you for being a good example.
I hear him grumble a little, but he doesn't complain like he usually does.
There you go, Violet. You can go play again.
She takes the bucket and goes towards some wet sand.
And that does it for you too, Jean.
Let me get the back of your neck for you.
Thank you.
Jean puts some sunscreen on his hands. I move my braid out of the way and he starts rubbing it on me. I forgot she has a braid. This would be more fun if you were wearing a swimsuit. Ignoring the fact that I'm covered in sunscreen, he discreetly kisses my neck. It tastes like shit. I shouldn't have done that.
Dude, sunscreen. You just ate sunscreen, dude. Come on.
I blush a little.
Oh, you behave now.
No. Never. He just gwens and winks at me before handing me back the tube of sunscreen and getting himself a soda pop out of the cooler. I feel too self-conscious about my weight to even bring a swimsuit, much less wear one today. A loose t-shirt that hides my waist and knee-length shorts that cover my thighs is what I'm wearing. And given that none of the other adults are wearing swimsuits, I don't feel out of place. Besides, I feel uncomfortable in the water since I can't see without my glasses. My glasses.
The redhead boy looks out to his sons. He notices he needs to keep an eye out on them. Otherwise they'll be put in danger. He says, I think I'll go keep an eye on the boys and make sure they're safe. What do you say to him? Isn't the tide coming in now? He says, yes, and they're both good swimmers, but you never know when you'll come across the rip current. We told him about them and had to get out of one, but I think I'll join them just in case.
Where is this supposed to
What do you
take
say to him?
place? I lean back in my chair, enjoying the warmth of the sun. So I'm a little surprised that James didn't bring Angela or David.
David.
Despite my suggestion, Sayori's attempts to convince them, Angela didn't give up the baby, even for an open adoption, and kept it. The baby was named David, and while he would be getting close to a year old now, I have never seen him nor Angela. Sounds like a Natsuki situation.
Of course.
James and Angela have been taking a break from each other for a while now.
Uh-oh.
This surprises me. Sayori hasn't talked much about them, but until now I had been under the impression that they were still together.
I tried to warn them, but the reality of having a baby took a toll on them. They stopped dating, but agreed to remain friends last fall.
That long ago? Maybe I should be asking
Sheesh.
my friends more specific questions about their children's lives.
How about Nor?
How about Nor? I asked Sayori a couple of times how James and Angela were doing this year, and she's always answered fine. I don't want to be nosy, though. I guess they are doing fine, even if they're no longer a couple. But it bothers me that this is the first I've heard of it. Is there anything similar going on with Meredith, Edward, even Akiko or Chris that I don't know about? What is the proper etiquette for bringing that up in a conversation? Should I just say, hey Sayori, what's the current nature of your son's relationship with his girlfriend, without a care in the world? No. I know that's
don't
what
say anything at
John
all.
would do. He's always been exceptionally blunt. But it seems a little rude to me, and I'm comfortable being so direct. I realized my mind was wandering for a bit longer than I intended. I haven't been paying attention to the conversation.
Occasionally, so I get to be a grandma then.
Well, I'm glad you're able to spend some time with him at least.
James said he didn't have any plans when he graduated from high school. Has he decided on anything recently?
Right now, he's just working as a drive-thru cashier
King.
at Doki Burger.
Burger King.
At Burger King. Yeah, I know, the same one that I used to work at. It's crazy.
Like mother, like son.
You know, I've got a coupon for that place I've been saving. We should stop by for dinner on the way home.
They, stopped accepting coupons some time ago.
Really? I wonder why.
No clue. Anyways, I've been trying to convince James to send his money for school. Either go to a community college like you did, Yuri, or get a student loan and attend state college like Meredith.
That reminds me. What is Meredith doing? Why didn't she come home for the summer?
She's doing a summer internship with some big-name video game company. She's
for
really
her.
excited about it. Said it's the kind of job she wants after she graduates.
That's good. I hope it opens the way for a real job in the future.
I think it will.
So, she's doing well in her classes?
She is, actually. She even made the dean's list last semester. I'm hoping they'll open up more scholarship opportunities for her.
Wow, that's wonderful. What about her life outside of academics and work? Is she making time for fun and friends?
She hasn't said anything about a boyfriend to me, if that's what you're asking. But she does mention her friends when she calls, so I know she has some there. I hear a shriek from Violet.
Marco, no!
Look over and see that Markov accidentally knocked over her sandcastle. Markov, come here. What the fuck happened to his voice? Sayori and I go over to Violet.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Markov didn't mean to do it. He doesn't understand and just wanted to play with you. Sean will put him on the leash for now so he won't do it again.
I raise my voice a little on that last part so Jean gets the hint. Come here, Markov. I know you didn't mean to cause trouble, but you're going on the leash for now. He gets out the leash and puts it on Markov's collar. He then puts Markov on his lap. That's a good boy.
Do you want any help rebuilding the sandcastle?
No, I can do it.
Okay then.
Sayori and I return to our beach chairs.
Sean, why don't you offer Markov some more water? He's probably thirsty in the sand and heat.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. Jean gets out the portable water dish and fills it with some of the water we brought. Markov quickly laps it up. Jean keeps offering him water until he stops drinking and then puts the dish away so it doesn't get sandy. Look out towards the ocean and sees Edwards and James splashing each other with Lucas at the edge of the water. A few minutes later, Markov starts whining. What is it, boy? Are you bored? Do you want to walk? On hearing the word walk, Markov starts tugging on his leash.
I'll take him. I don't want you to wear yourself out too much.
Thanks, hon.
Do you have the baggies?
Yeah, they're in my pocket. Jean hands me some sealable dog poop bags. I take the leash and begin walking down the coastline. When I return, I attach Markov's leash to the cooler. It's heavy enough that he can't drag it. I then sit down in my chair, pull out my new book, and start reading. I had just finished the first chapter when Jean speaks up. When were we going to have lunch? Is anyone else getting hungry?
I wouldn't mind eating right now.
How about I get the food out of the cooler while you get Lucas and the boys?
Sure. Violet, you stay here with Jean and Yuri while I go get Daddy.
Okay.
I start to put my book away so I can keep an eye on Violet when she runs up to me.
Oh shoot, okay.
She takes a little while to say anything. But then she finds her words. Soon enough. Okay. So how is everyone? I realize you can't see her. There she is. Isn't she great? She looks like Sayori, but not. What am I moving here? Okay. Okay. And then of course we got fucking this dude, this fucking loser over there. Every once in a while we see Virus Bite. How you doing there, buddy? Bad. Fair. Let me see. I gotta entertain the masses. Oh shit. Sayori's child, as you well know. I don't have anything prepared, so I'm just gonna, I don't know. The fuck am I moving? Stop moving random shit. Alright. There we go. Look, I'm part of this now.
Hello?
Hi. Are you back now?
I guess. I don't know. Freaking goddamn. Ugh.
It's awesome.
It's very awesome. Heck yeah.
It chooses the best times.
I'm paying internet and for it to do crap like this, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, what else would you pay for the internet for?
True.
Yeah.
A
Anyways.
book. Can you read to me?
No.
No, you little brat. Get down. Well, I didn't actually bring any kids' books.
I'm a little saddened that I didn't think to bring one. I like sharing my love of reading, especially with her.
That's okay. I read it anyway.
I considered the book I had been reading. It's one that I've never read before, actually. It's a horror novel, one set in space. So far, it's all been backstory about a spaceship on a deep space exploration mission. Don't read it to her, Yuri. Don't even consider reading it to her, Yuri.
Interstellar.
The humans are starting to explore the galaxy and have yet to make contact with the extraterrestrials. From the synopsis, I know they make some sort of contact, and that's where the horror parts begin. I'm hoping the horror is due to how strange the aliens are and not just some ravenous monsters that hunt people. It isn't scary yet and is long enough and complicated enough that I'm certain she'll lose interest before that happens. Yuri, this is a terrible fucking idea.
Okay then let's sit together and we can read together. Thanks, Yuri.
It's a bad idea.
Of course.
I open the book to the next chapter and begin to read out loud.
It was war, yet not like any war that man had ever seen before. There were no guns shooting or bombs exploding. There wasn't even the bloody massacre that is usually associated with war. But it was a war of a magnitude never seen before or since on that world.
Okay, when the word massacre came up, you probably should have just assumed
Yeah,
that
you probably
this was
should
a
just
bad
stop reading.
thing to do.
After it was over, the planet was quiet as it floated through space. All signs of the vast civilization that had flourished there was gone. Towering buildings, giant cities, even the people had all been eradicated by the war. The only thing that existed was a broad jungle that stretched out across the planet. It covered everything it could. It spread over what was once plains, forests, swamps, mountains, deserts. It covered the entire planet except in the nearby area of a large black tower. The tower sat alone, surrounded by the vast chaotic jumble of trees and vines. A lone monument to the people that had lost their lives in the battle that day before. An eerie timelessness hung over the planet. Nothing changed. No animals moved through the forest. No fish swam in the seas. Not even an insect could be found amidst the lush foliage. As it ever does, time marched by. Centuries passed, and besides the occasional tree falling down, nothing changed. No storms came, no earthquakes. The planet was as silent as the graveyard it was.
Yuri, are you reading Violet, one of your horror novels?
I hadn't noticed that Sayori had come back with the others already. I blush. She wanted it.
Yui? Yes? What's a massacre?
I look at Sayori.
Uh-oh. Yes. Sorry. Yuri, what's a massacre? A massacre is when a lot of people are killed at the same time.
Yuri
Oh.
single-handedly traumatizing a child.
But now that everyone is back, it's time to put the book away and eat lunch, okay?
Sayori's fucking
Okay. Can we read more
pissed.
after lunch?
I can feel Sayori's eyes on mine.
I was planning to play with the frisbee after lunch. Maybe try to teach Markov to fetch? Oh. Do you want to do that with me instead? Yeah.
Who's ready for a sandwich?
Me.
Here you go.
What kind are there?
What kind of there?
What kind are there?
The redhead boy. Curious. Not curious. The redhead boy answers his son earnestly. You've got a choice between bologna and bologna. What do you say to him?
I guess I'll have the bologna then. Make the
The redhead boy
sandwich.
laughs. Huh. That's what I'll choose as well. What do you say to him?
There's soda in the cooler, but make sure you also drink some water. I don't want anyone to get dehydrated. Yes, Mom.
Jean hands me a sandwich. Did you want to pop to drink, hun?
Just water for me, thanks.
He hands me a bottle of water. I remove the cap and take a swig. Set the bottle down and start eating my sandwich. I notice Markov is looking hard at Violet, who is currently out of range of his leash.
Violet, I don't want you feeding Markov any of your sandwich. I wasn't going to.
Yeah, right. Markov has learned that Violet is likely to give him table scraps, both intentionally and unintentionally.
Good. I don't want him getting sick from eating other people's food.
Especially on the drive home. I shudder to imagine that. The boys quickly scarf down a couple sandwiches.
Hey, James. Catch. Catch the frisbee.
James, catch the frisbee.
Edward grabs
Catch the frisbee, James.
frisbee and tosses it to James. James laughs as he catches the frisbee. He gets up and they go out to play with it. Hold up, I'll join you. Jean used to be very good at throwing frisbees before the accident. Now he can usually only get it pretty close to the other person, but he still enjoys it.
Hey, I was going to play with the frisbee.
James, Edward, and Jean are already too far away to hear.
Why don't you play with them when you're done eating?
I was going to teach Marco to fetch. We can teach Markov to fetch some other time. Don't you want to play with your brothers? They don't like playing with me. They say I'm too little. The redhead boy says, do not let his daughter feel discouraged. You're not too little to throw a frisbee. If you ask nice, I'm certain they'll let you join them. What do you say to him? Okay.
Fucking hell. She takes a few more bites of her sandwich.
I'm done, Mommy.
Sayori looks at the mangled crust that Violet has left in her hand for a bit before apparently deciding she had eaten enough.
Okay, if you want to play frisbee, then just ask your brothers if you can join them.
I watch Violet run over to Edward, who has just caught the frisbee. He hands it to her and she tries to throw it to James, but it barely flies even a couple feet. Edward picks it up, hands it to her, and lets her try again. Again, the frisbee falls to the ground. Edward picks it up and throws it to James. The next time Edward gets the frisbee, he tosses it to her from a very short distance. She doesn't catch it, and after picking it up, she tries to throw it to Jean this time. But again, the frisbee drops to the ground. Edward picks it up and throws it to John for her. She seems frustrated.
The redhead boy, sensing the irritation from his daughter, goes and claims, I'd better go help her, like any good father would. What do you say to him?
Lucas gets up and goes over to Violet. As I watch as he tries to teach her how to properly hold the frisbee.
I'm really glad you two came with us today.
So am I. It's been an incredible day. We're really happy that you invited us.
I consider getting my book and reading some more of it, but I don't. Instead, I stand up, brush the sand off my shirt, and let Markov off his leash.
Come on, Sayori. Let's go join them.
Huh?
Let's go play frisbee.
I'm not that good at throwing a frisbee.
I often feel like I'm stuck on the sidelines of life, always a spectator, watching others do things, but rarely participating myself. I don't feel like it, but I usually feel like there isn't anything I can do about it. I don't like it, rather, but that's fine. Not this time. I'm gonna be a frisbee master. This time there is something I can do about it. This time I'm getting off the sidelines. I'm gonna beat the shit out of all of them.
I'm not good at it either, but I'm going to join anyway. Let's go. It'll be fun.
The end. Year 27.
Year 27. Oh boy.
Do the Yuri. I wake up coughing with a pounding headache. The Yuri sickness arc has begun. I wasn't feeling all that great last night, and I feel even worse this morning. Oh no. I can't be sick today of all days. God fucking damn
My
it!
God damn it!
Are you kidding me? This is just comical at this point. Monica, Sayori, Hamari, and I were planning on getting together with Natsuki this morning to celebrate her birthday. But I can't see Natsuki because the fucking mod creator is allergic to Natsuki.
Damn it, man.
It's taken us a week to work out our schedules. I set up, trying to convince myself that it's just a mild cold. Some medicine, a face mask, I'll be fine. You better be fine. I began controlling uncontrollably. God fucking damn it. You just had to get fucking COVID. God fuck. I hear Jean yell at me from downstairs. Hun, are you okay? I groan.
Yeah, I'm fine. My
stomach suddenly churns. Nope, I'm not fine. It's the first time we've ever seen their bathroom. I run into the bathroom as fast as I can. Barely made it to the sink. Dang, I must have the stomach flu. I hear the sound of the lift.
Freaking lift, dude.
Jean must be coming up to check on me.
I'll be okay, but I think I need to...
I quickly aim for the sink again. You look terrible.
I feel worse. There's no way I can go to Natsuki's birthday today.
I'm sorry. I know how much you've been looking forward to that. I seem to have stopped retching for now. Turn on the water to rinse out both the sink and my mouth. Go back to bed. I'll bring you a bowl, some medicine, and a warm cup of tea.
Thank you.
God fucking damn it. This pisses me off. I make my way back to our bedroom while Jean goes downstairs. I collapse on the bed. I look at the holder on the wall where I keep my phone for some reason. I really need to let the others know that I'm sick. Especially Sayori. We were planning to carpool together. Not certain I have the mental energy right now, though. Hun, sorry to wake you, but here's your tea and medicine. You should really take it before going back to sleep. I hadn't meant to fall asleep. Take the pills he offers and put them in my mouth. I then carefully take the cup of tea and drink some of it. Black. It's my sick tea. A mix of peppermint, chamomile, and ginger I came up with. While good separately, the tastes completely clash with each other, but I found it effective against the cold and flu. I drink enough to get the pills down and then hand John the cup. Better? I stop and think for a bit.
Bowl, please.
He quickly hands me the large metal bowl he brought for me to throw up in. I hold it for a while, uncertain if even the tea will stay down. I can feel my insides rumbling dangerously. I'm not saying that. No. You can do that on your own time, Yuri. I don't trust that right now. I hurry back into the bathroom, carrying the bowl with me. I made it.
Oh my god, dude, this is freaking...
Good thing too, because this is definitely not fetish territory. Hun, how are we? Jean briefly enters the bathroom, then runs out again coughing and gagging. Why the fuck did you come in here, Jean? You knew what was going on. He reaches in through the door and turns on the fan. I'm just glad you made it to the bathroom in time.
So am I. I'm feeling a bit better now.
My insides are gurgling, but not nearly as bad. I certainly hope so, after getting that out of your system.
I'm going to stay here for a while. Can you let Sayori know I won't be going and I'm unable to give her a ride?
Sure thing.
Once I feel it's safe for me to leave the bathroom, I'm going back to bed.
I make certain I have my bowl ready as a wave of nausea passes through me. Probably gonna be in here for a while. Year end.
Oh my god, dude, this reminds me when I came down with freaking norovirus. That was horrible.
Huh?
What?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Sayori Spider-Man poster. The school day is over. Time to spend time with my friends in the literature club. This isn't right. I wonder if the others will like my poem today. What poem? Wait, that's right. I didn't write a poem last night. I'll look around for my folder so I can try and write one real quick. You replaced it with a box years ago. Writing box? Why would I carry a writing box to school? She's here! She's here! Oh my god! The second coming of Christ. Natsuki is here. What are you doing here?
Sorry, I'm trying to find my folder so I can write a poem.
Who would want to read one of your stupid poems?
I thought none of you would.
Yeah, right. Hey guys, look who just came to show us her lame poem.
Is that Yuri the Urinator? No, it's Yuri the Yuri.
Why are you here?
Why are you being so mean? We're friends. Friends? You're just a knife-loving weirdo. Who would want to be friends with you?
I don't understand this. Your friends would never say
I think
this
she's
to
hallucinating.
you. That's right, which means they're not really my friends.
Of course we're not your friends.
And you don't have any, dummy.
But I'm part of the literature club with you.
No, you're not. We only let the cool people join. Not losers like you.
She had more of a Marge Simpson going on. I don't know why I'm not doing the
But
Marge.
Marge gave me the flyer. Did you really think the most popular girl in school would invite someone like you to join her club? Well...
Oh my god, she did. She really is stupid.
She's so stupid she reads inappropriate stories to my kids. Her advice about what to do with my kids is so bad, it made my son join the army just so he could pay child support. He's probably gonna be sent off to war and killed.
I can't believe you'd be responsible for James's death.
There we go.
I'm
little
not.
better.
He's not dead.
Yet, and when he does die, it'll be all your fault.
How can Sayori have a son in the military when she's in high school herself?
I won't after he dies.
No, this isn't right. You're right. This has just been a big practical joke at your expense.
Was I...
I only gave you that flyer so we can actually see what kind of a freak you are with the scars of yours.
I suddenly realized that my arms are bare. Everyone can see my scars. They completely cover my arms, my hands, my legs, my face. They're everywhere. Ew, she's bleeding. I look and see that many of my scars are seeping blood. I'm covered in it.
Gross.
She really is a freak.
Don't worry, girls. We're not gonna let a weirdo like her hang out with us.
Yeah, get out of here.
We don't want you.
Good luck finding someone who actually wants to be anywhere near you.
Now get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
They all grab me and shove me out of the room. That was Monica? I hear them lock me out. I bang my fists against the door, crying in vain, but they ignore me. I can hear them laughing and having fun inside without me. I'm alone. All alone. Gonna be alone for the rest of my life. Who the fuck are you? Wait,
Lord, who the hell are you?
who's that coming down the hallway? He whistles at me. Great, another jerk who is only interested in my breasts. Rather be alone than have someone like him around.
Nice uniform.
What's he talking about? I haven't worn a school uniform since... Wait, I'm not wearing a uniform. I'm completely naked. How did you get through the entire school day without realizing that? Try to cover myself, but my breasts are too big and I only have 2 hands. Why? He leers at me.
No, stop. Don't look. I
wake up drenched in sweat. Ah, I hate those kinds of dreams. And look at the clock. It's now late afternoon. I've been asleep for hours. Carefully sit up. I think my fever broke. I feel weak, but much better than I did this morning. I look down to where I keep my book and glasses. I can make another cup of tea sitting there next to them. Jean must have set it there while I was sleeping. I pick it up and start drinking it. Cold, sick tea tastes worse when it's warm, but I drink it anyways. With all the vomiting, diarrhea, and sweating I've done today, I need to replenish my fluids. After draining the cup, I set it down and then lie back down on my bed. I think about the nightmare I just had. It seems silly now, but it was so real at the time.
You know what? Throughout all my life, whenever I've had fevers and shit like that, I never have those kind of freaking dreams, like vivid dreams like that shit.
I never have either.
Hell, I hardly dream at all
Yeah, same.
during those times.
Yeah, that's weird. We're going to
My
get
mind is
haunted.
too busy fighting off the sickness instead. It has no time to dream.
We're going to be haunted by the fever dream now.
Yeah, it would be haunted by the fever dream.
Even though I know my friends love and care about me, I guess there's a part of my subconscious that's afraid that they really don't. Well, maybe you should hang out with Natsuki more, perhaps.
Yeah.
And of course I'm worried about James. Like Sayori said in the dream, James joined the military earlier this year. He and Angela got back together, though they aren't even engaged, much less married. They soon realized they couldn't afford to live together, even if James didn't go to college like he wanted to. After considering their options, he enlisted. Lucas was proud of him. Sayori said it was a very mature decision. After completing boot camp, he was sent to learn how to repair diesel generators. He's still in school for that right now, and even when he finishes it, it doesn't seem like he'll end up on the front lines anywhere unless something major happens. World War III.
World War
Caused by
III, yeah.
Yuri. However,
Yuri.
there are a lot of little wars going on in the world right now that could flare up and change things for him. I know Sayori worries about that a lot. Apparently a part of me worries about him too. I feel a bit stronger, so I pick up my bowl, empty cup, and phone and head downstairs. I go into the kitchen, get some bread, and put it in the toaster. I'm hungry. I need to eat, but I don't feel like I'm ready for anything heavy. I hear Jean call out to me from the living room. Feeling better, hon?
Yeah, I think I'm past the worst of it.
Need any help?
Just getting myself some toast.
I wait for the toaster to pop and take the toast out. After mentally arguing myself a bit, I put a little butter on my toast. Taste
By the way,
wins
this
over
is
diet
actually what you
today.
should be eating. By the way, if you have like stomach and shit like that, when you have stomach flu,
Toast?
this is what you should be eating, like light stuff like this.
Yeah.
Toast is one of the main things too, crackers and everything like that.
Besides, my body has purged itself enough today, I could probably use the calories. I'm trying to lose my weight, not starve myself. Go into the living room and sit down on the couch. Jean is already reading a book. As I eat my toast, Markov comes up. He looks at me in a way that says he wants to teach me about this new sharing concept he heard about. And of course, the first lesson involves me sharing my toast with him. Doubt there's any other lessons.
No, Markov, mine. If you're hungry, go eat your kibble.
I know he still has some dried dog food left in his bowl. He won't eat it if he thinks he can get a treat from someone. I finish eating my toast. Good. My stomach is settled enough that I'm confident I won't throw it up. I still keep the bowl near me just in case the urge to vomit comes back though. I look at Markov, who is still waiting patiently on the floor.
You can come up here.
I pat the couch next to me and he jumps up on it with me. He gives me a good sniff to make sure I didn't drop any food before cuddling up next to me. Pet him right behind the ears the way he likes.
That's a good dog.
I checked my phone to see what I missed today because I was sick.
Aww.
Just got the message from Jean. Yuri's sick. She won't be coming today.
That sucks. She gonna be okay?
Jean says it's just the flu.
Should we reschedule?
After what it took to get this set up, I don't think we should.
Okay. See you all here soon then. I'm glad they didn't cancel. Opportunities like this are too rare.
Sorry I wasn't there. Are you feeling better? Yes, the vomiting has stopped at least. What did you guys do?
Baked a cake.
Really?
Not didn't want to make one for her own birthday.
So I suggested the rest of us make one for her. How did it come out?
We burned it, lol.
Damn it.
I saved the day.
She really did. Sayori cut off the burnt part, then fixed it with the frosting. It was surprisingly tasty. I'm glad to hear that.
I've had lots of practice doing that with my kids' cakes over the years.
Really?
Yeah, first time we got store cakes, James wondered why it still had the crust on it.
Oh my.
Sounds like quite a day.
It was. When are we getting together next?
Thanksgiving at my place?
Not in person. Depends. Are you having tofurkey again?
Tofurkey.
Tofurkey for Thanksgiving?
I guess not, then.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving! I believe my home would be most convenient for Thanksgiving.
Yuri actually inviting people to her house? That's not Sayori?
Depends on if the fam has anything planned for me. Probably not, too.
God fucking damn it.
Natural 20. Natural 2.
God damn. She only rolled a nat 2? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Good point. Let's discuss it later when our families know plans.
Agreed. I'm good with that.
Same. Catch you all later.
Set my phone down on the couch. Surprised
There's no
when it
conflict
soon...
with this movie.
I'm surprised when it soon starts chiming with a direct message.
While you're on your phone, I wanted to ask. Violet lost a library book called Tiny Toozy's Birthday. We can't find it anywhere. Have you seen it there?
Jean found it last night. I meant to ask you about it today.
Good. I was afraid she left it at school.
Oh, I will be going to the library on Thursday and Tuesday. Do you want me to return it then?
Could you? That would be great, thanks.
According to Sayori, Violet has been doing very well in kindergarten. She knows her numbers to 10 and is an excellent reader for her age. Sadly, she prefers to read on her own now. Doesn't want to read with me anymore. I understand why, and I'm happy she's grown up, but it's sad that I'm not needed. Of course, she isn't the only one. In addition to James joining the army, Meredith is engaged and planning to marry a man named Jack after she graduates from college next year.
Jack.
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 Top of the morning to you,
Jackass.
laddies.
Stupid.
Edward has 8th grade graduation next June. Akiko the year after. Chris will be starting middle school. Seems like all of my nephews and nieces are doing well. Except Jennifer. And Natsuke, of course. Can't forget about them. They're dead.
Oh.
I realize my headache is coming back. Get up to get myself some more flu medicine and make some more tea. I need to be fully recovered by Monday when I go back to work. Year 587.
What was the point of that chapter? I'm serious.
The point of the chapter was so that anyone complaining about not seeing Natsuki gets fucking cucked.
Nice.
It worked.
Hey, let me take a little short break. I gotta go freaking empty out the tin can.
Oh, you're emptying out Yuri's puke bowl for her. Thank you.
No, freak no, I'm not.
Alright, you know what? Yeah, let's just both BRB. We'll be
Yeah.
right back. Find a good, you know what? We'll just have this be the background. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if VB is yet or not. But, how we doing? Doing good? We enjoying the fucking Natsuki shit mod? The one where Natsuki never shows? We enjoying that? Hope so, because that's what we've got. Yeah, I fully did not intend on this being like the stream for the year, for the month. I thought this would be like done by now. But apparently this is the game of the month. Which is fitting because it's Monica May. It's Monica May, everyone. But, yeah. By the way, the lack of seeing Natsuki in person is because of the lack of adult Natsuki sprites. God damn it. I'm gonna be honest, I figured it was probably something like that. Doesn't make it any less painful that she's not here. Half the fun of these streams is me doing my stupid Natsuki voice.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
Alright, cool. Natsuki will not return in this chapter. I hear Jean call out to me from the library. Hey, hon, I can't find the pencils.
I already got them. They're out here.
Oh, good. I was... Quiet, Markov. Yes, I know someone's at the front door. You don't need to bark.
I'll get it. It's probably Rikuyo and Monica.
Holy shit, Yowie's coming back, baby! Why did we get a dog again? I opened the door. Holmes!
Rikuyo, I'm glad you're here. You know you can just let yourselves in. Oh, I know, but it seems strange for me to do that. Things are happening slow. Anytime. Where is Chris and Monica? Okay, who do you want? You want Kiko or Chris?
I can do both since you do both Monica and what's his face? Yowie.
Alright, hell yeah.
Alright. I'm right here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you.
I feel embarrassed that I didn't notice her.
Monica didn't feel like coming? Well, she's been dealing with a massive project at work. Again? Yeah, so she stayed home to try to get caught up with it. Well, let her know I missed seeing her. I will.
Lucas isn't here yet, but we might as well get ready for when he
My
does.
God, no! No! When is he gonna be here?
Because we're playing D&D. Does everyone have their character sheets and dice?
I kept your sheet with mine after our last session.
Whoa. Thanks, Dad.
Did we get any extra skill points last time?
We did. Did you need help updating your character?
That would be nice. Your accent is rubbing off on me.
Let me take a look at your current stats. Jean, Lucas, and I had tried to include Rikuyo, if not Monica, in our tabletop RPG group ever since they moved into town. But they lived just far enough away that he couldn't commit. After the group fell apart a few years ago, we invited him, Monica, and their daughters for an impromptu session. We don't get together regularly, maybe once a month, but we have been slowly going through this sci-fi campaign that Lucas made. While Monica does sometimes play, she mostly just visits with Sayori, who also comes more to socialize. Akiko and Chris have been getting really into it, though. That should help you survive better the next time you get spotted trying to hack a computer in the middle of a shootout. I would know. I've done that before.
Yes, as the last series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch the last series, you'll understand.
Thanks. I really thought I was gonna have to.
God damn it.
The redhead
He's
boy
here.
instantly comes in. However, he is greeted by the guard dog of the house. He says, in exclamation, "We're here. Sorry we're late. Down, Markov," as he says, "Get the dog to heal." What do you say to him?
Markov, down.
Sorry.
John
damn
sits
it.
down on the love seat next to me in order to give the others more room on the couch.
The redhead boy says, "It's okay.
There's going
Dogs
to
do
be a
that.
lot of that.
There's
this
no hard
chapter,
feelings
huh?
whatsoever." What do you say to him?
Where's Edward?
The redhead boy answers the silver-haired daughter of the purple-haired man named Rikuyo. He says, "It's a weekday, so he's with his dad." What do you say to him?
Oh, right.
And Sayori, the redhead man, replies to the purple-haired girl named Yuri. When she heard Monica wasn't coming, she decided to stay home too.
God damn it.
What do you say to him? I understand. She'll get ready to start it, he says, ready in anticipation. He knows he's excited for this game. He has always loved D&D for his entire life, even when he was just a wee little bee fetus. What do you say to him? Oh, shit.
Fucking hell. I think so. We've just been waiting on you. Oh my god, he continues.
The redhead boy is very excited to finally start. He then says, "Let me get set up and we'll begin." Hey, I'll be right back because I had to put the trash can in the corner of my house real quick.
In the corner of your house?
It
Okay.
gets kind of storm.
Oh, okay. Then yes, go for it. There's gonna be a lot of that fucking character this chapter. I'm sorry. Ugh. I also need to get the two shitlins, their voices down. Because I kind of just came up with ones on the fly. It's fine. You know what's more entertaining than a trash can, though? Me. I think. We're gonna test that theory. Because I have to fucking... I gotta do shit for a little bit. Last time I showed fucking stupid ass images that I made between streams, but I don't have stupid ass images this time around, so I can't really show those. Which sucks. You hate to see it. But I mean, I guess I can talk about the future, what we're gonna do, because hopefully we'll have this done, like, and like this stream will probably not be the final one, unfortunately, because I don't think we're gonna be able to get through it all. So either next stream or the stream after that, as I don't like that because I hate that we're focused on this for so long, but it's fine. But June is going to be a very fun month because a lot of things are coming out in June. I know for a fact that the Five Nights at Freddy's game is supposed to come out, I believe, which we will be playing that when that comes out. I don't know when. Welcome back.
What you talking about?
I was just talking about what we're doing
It's gonna be
after this eventually. Whenever this is
Oh, boy.
finally done. Let's see, it comes... So, that FNAF game comes out on the 13th of June. which means that that's probably going to be the next game I play on stream. Just given how long
Nice.
this has taken.
Yeah, we are very, very knee deep in this thing.
And to everyone who does not care for this game / mod, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll make it up somehow. It's fine. Alright, anyways, we gotta listen to this dipshit do his thing.
Greetings, travelers. My name is Falconhoof, and I'll be your guide on your
That's
quest.
not your name. Your name is Lucas.
That is my name. My character.
This mod goes
Very
to
strong,
40 and
very
then-
determined. You be,
Okay.
Don't say anything, because I'm going to go in the freaking description.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so, he says, when we last landed on your ship had just been detected what appears to be a derelict spaceship floating around an uncharted star. What do you say? Or what do you do?
Okay,
Another spaceship. Are there bad aliens for me to chop up on it? You don't know yet. That is the problem. Without proper communication satellite, you're in the dark.
Violet likes playing with us, though she prefers combat and action rather than the storytelling like I do. That's surprising, given her, tastes in, like, actually being, like, reading. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, before I had to be silent because of, Mr. fucking, what's his name? I was just saying that, or I guess reading a comment that said that it goes to 40 and then there's an epilogue, which I think we already know. We didn't know about the epilogue, though.
Yeah.
Which
it's
is
year
fair.
40.
I don't actually remember where we're at now, but I imagine
I
that
think we're on year 27.
27? So we're getting there.
I think. Yeah, we're
I
getting
do
there. We're
still
getting
think
there.
that, unfortunately, for everyone who does not enjoy this, that is, it's going to be like another stream or two. Like, absolutely. Her character is Power Princess, a sword swinging barbarian princess that doesn't really fit the theme, but Violet definitely has fun playing as her. Lucas has to help her a lot, but uses the game as a way to teach her numbers and math. Why does she look blurry? Hold on.
It's probably the sprite.
Yeah. No, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't really appear like it on the stream, but there's just something about it. It looks like there's like a second version of her sprite on top, but slightly off center. I don't know. It looks weird. I'm gonna stop being pedantic about this. I power on the ship's lasers and target the other spaceship in case it's a trap. Chris plays a cybernetic super soldier called John, with no last name, that always goes by his rank of Master Chief.
Oh
God.
my god, John. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Halo, yay.
Jean and Lucas used to smirk at that name for some reason. I think it's a reference to some movie or something that I'm not familiar with.
Damn you, Yuri.
Yeah. I position our ship for a quick getaway in case it turns out to be a trap. John plays Larry Lightspeed Lamarck, a skilled pilot with a shady past.
I double checked that my medkit is ready in case of emergency.
Rikuyo plays Dr. whatever the fuck that is. An alien doctor that isn't afraid to pick up a laser rifle and fight. And you know what? I realized that I should probably say that for content reasons. So, it's Milkserm.
Mixer.
I bet Monica likes the Milkserm too.
Cool. I used the ship's sensors to scan and see if it actually is a threat.
My character is Zmubuff? Yuri, you're worse
That's
than
like a
him.
sim language, dude.
My character is Simlish Joe, an alien scientist with a device that allows him to manipulate quantum effects. Basically, this universe's version of a wizard.
I plugged the ship's computer in to help Zamubov scan the ship.
Simlish Sam.
Simlish Sam.
Akiko plays K020 N04A, a stealthy robot that can crack into almost any computer system with a data port. Jeez.
Redhead boy says, since Edward isn't here, we'll say his character's in the engine room doing routine maintenance to keep the story flow going.
Edward plays Monty Rose, an explosives enthusiast that uses his engineering skills to blow things up and repair the ship.
You're a redhead man. Redhead boy says to the puppet head friend named Yuri, okay Yuri, go ahead and make a ship operations roll to see how well you understand the sensor data. What do you do? However, he adds, give yourself a +3 bonus, because K0 is helping you. Now what do you do?
I pick up 3 of the 6-sided die and roll them. I miss rolling different kinds of die depending on the situation like most other games, but this is how Lucas set this one up.
I rolled 7. That's 3 under 6 with the bonus.
Unlike most other games, this one works when you have to roll under your level to succeed. That means my character did pretty good.
Looking through the sensor data, you detect no active power signatures, light, or heat coming from the ship. Its design doesn't match anything you're familiar with. You also confirm that the ship is not equipped with, and is too unbalanced to ever use, star sails. What do you do?
You said last session, when we arrived here, that we detected no habitable planets or space stations.
The redhead boy interjects. Correct. What do you say to him?
A spaceship without star sails in an uninhabited system. That is interesting. One of the main premises of the game is that the only known way to travel faster than light is with star sails. Star sails are something Lucas came up with to give the game an Age of Sail flavor, with journeys between nearby stars taking days or weeks when using them. However,
That was a Rogue Galaxy. I freaking love that game.
I've never played it. However, we've been hearing rumors that advanced aliens with even faster drives exist, though no proof. Lucas is obviously hinting that this ship may be from those rumored aliens. This is too easy. I think he's got something up his sleeve, though.
How big is the ship? Is it something that was possibly taken here by some sort of carrier?
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Well, not huge. It's bigger than your own survey ship, and definitely not some sort of short-range fighter. Do you take the redhead boy's suggestion, or not? Is it
Probably
bait?
not, then.
Who knows?
Any sign as to why it's currently derelict from the outside?
The redhead boy says, none that you can tell with the sensors. The alien ship appears to be undamaged, and you don't detect any sort of radioactivity or anything of that nature coming from it. What do you say to him? What's inside? The ship is shielded with an unusual alloy that prevents the sensors from looking inside. What do you do? Of course it is. Let's explore it.
That sounds good to me. My character starts getting his rifle ready.
My character points out that it's probably dangerous. Though I do want to say out of character that this is an obvious plot hook we should investigate. Yes, we're not getting paid a whole lot by those miners to survey the system for ore deposits.
After taking the cost of fuel and supplies, won't have enough to upgrade the ship and like we want, unless we find something special.
The redhead boy interjects. So you're definitely exploring the alien ship?
Yes.
What do you do? Yes.
We fly over a ship to dock with it.
You find what looks like an airlock. You attach a soft umbilical to it, since it doesn't fit your own airlock. What do you do? I go in first.
I'm right behind Power Princess, covering her with my gun.
Unfortunately, the door doesn't open. Tough luck. However, you see what appears to be a control plate, but it appears to have no power. What do you do? Shit. Monty can open it. He isn't with us. Edward isn't playing tonight. Oh, nuts. Okay.
Oh,
nuts. Oh, nay. That's right. I was expecting him to be playing when I wrote the scenario last month. Okay. I'll just say Monty opens the door. Now what do you do?
Does he blow it up again?
The redhead boy has to explain. Since Edward isn't here, and I don't want to risk his character dying without him, I'll say he was unusually so careful and takes 10 minutes to force the door open. Now what do you do? While he's doing that, my character points out that we should put on spacesuits before opening the airlock. Their life support system is certainly off, and even if what the hell? Even if it was, we don't know if their atmosphere is compatible.
Oh, that's right. I see Lucas try to hide a smile. It's a good thing I suggested we put on spacesuits.
The redhead boy says, I assume you all put on spacesuits when Monty opens the door.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Once the door opens, you see a corridor running from the bow to the stern.
Huh?
What do you do? Huh? I mean, it's a hallway that goes from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. What do you do? Oh, okay. Any bad aliens to fight? It's dark inside, and you see frost covering everything. As Power Princess shines her light around, she sees an alien. I swing my sword at it. Violet, wait. Corpse floating nearby. Your sword cuts right through the mummified alien. What do you do? Did I kill it? It was a mummified corpse. That means it was already dead. You probably died a long time ago. However, it was still floating. Aww. It also could have been a friendly alien, Violet. Did you think of that? No. Oops. It's okay. It's just a game. And we all go in and take a look around. The artificial gravity is off, so random small items are floating around. You see a pencil, a pen, best thing for all office workers. However, your suit's magnetic boots hold everyone to the floor, which is oriented towards the outside of the ship. What do you do?
So the airlock is on this floor, not on the corridor?
Sean, you're sounding quite sleepy there, buddy. Are you alright?
I'm having a bad day.
I see. Anyway, let's continue the roleplay. We're having fun. It's a tremendous day. Two purple-haired friends named Yuri and Mercurio, and us and Mercurio's daughters.
Oh my god.
Silverhead, girl named Akiko, and Monica Head. Chris. I bought my daughter here too. Pink head. Sayori hair.
It's a Yuri hair. Awesome.
However, it's time to continue. Yes, at least you assume it's the floor because it's only the flat surface. The rest of the corridor is completely round. What do? I scan the atmosphere. You find that the ship is 200 degrees below zero, but still has a breathable oxygen, nitrogen, extra atmosphere. Huh. Well, good thing we'll have our suits. We don't freeze.
Speak for yourself, Meat Sack.
And I've got my power armor.
Touché.
Well, the bridge and the controls are probably towards the front of the ship. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on with you, Gene? I think we should go that way.
Come on, jean shorts, come on.
I think I was just in a bad position.
I see. Come on, jean shorts, wake up.
I'm awake now. I'm sorry.
But the ship has no power, so the controls won't work, and the engines are probably at the back.
Do we split into two groups? One going forward and the other one going backward?
I feel the need to bring up the obvious, but are we simply going to leave the airlock to our ship unguarded? Yowie, why did you blush when you suggested that?
It turns them on. Oh jeez, you're right.
I'm the obvious choice to stay behind on guard duty. Until power is restored, I can't even try to hack into the computers here. So K0 stays here until the
So K0 stays here. Oh,
that's
hey,
you.
that's my character.
That's you, Dad.
I know. Well, let me get to it. Anyway, so K0 stays here while the rest of us head towards the rear of the ship to restore power.
Everyone agrees to that.
The redhead boy. Okay. While the others are gone,
Boy.
how and where is K0 standing guard, and now you doing anything else besides that, Akiko?
I position myself inside our ship, just inside the airlock where I can have a good view of both airlocks into the other ship to see what's coming. I also plug myself into a nearby data port so I can command the ship's doors in case there's an emergency, and also monitor the ship's sensors in case something starts happening outside the ship.
The redhead boy is actually impressed by the silver-haired girl, whose daughter belongs to the purple-haired man named Rikuyo. Huh. Very smart. Very smart. So it sounds like you're keeping all the airlock's door opens then.
Akiko thinks for a bit.
Yeah, I do. I don't need life support so the cold air from the other ship doesn't bother me, and I want to see if anything comes instead of being surprised when the door opens.
Lucas makes some dice roll privately behind his screen.
The redhead boy leans back. Okay, we'll get back to K0 in a bit. For now, you'll follow the others as they explore the ship. As you move towards the back of the ship, you soon come to an intersection. Another corridor intersects this one perpendicularly, along with what appears to be some sort of ladder going up. What do? Any bad aliens yet? You look around, but you still don't see any aliens yet. Good, bad, or even dead. What do? I'm certain now is not the time to explore. Let's keep heading towards the rear of the ship to get the power on. You keep moving straight aft, passing a number of other intersections identical to the first. Eventually, you reach an intersection, just like the others, but the corridor you've been going down doesn't go any further. Is there another ladder here, like the others? Yes, there is.
You thinking that the engine room is up and towards the middle too?
Yeah. So we're climbing the ladder?
Yes, but you don't need to climb to go up.
I don't?
There's no gravity where you are. That means you're all floating.
Oh, that's so cool! So in that case, I'll just float up to the ladder. The redhead boy. It says, I assume you all follow her. Just like any other sane group would. So you can chase after her in case of things go awry. Yes. You soon enter a large chamber full of various machinery. Fuck. My voice, dude, my freaking voice is freaking hurting right now doing this. Fucker, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone makes a perception roll. Like, my
We
tongue
all
is like
roll our
freaking getting
dice.
tired right now.
Yeah.
Looks like I got the best roll with 1 under my skill. Fuck, it's trying to leak in.
Yeah.
No one sees anything unusual.
Great. There's something in here with us.
You don't know that, however.
Come on. Why would you have us make a check if there wasn't anything there?
To make us second guess ourselves. I played enough of these games, this kind of games with Lucas to see him do it before.
I'm still keeping my gun ready. Since this looks like it could be the engine, I guess I should tell Monte to check it out.
Since Edward isn't here, I'll say it takes him 30 minutes to investigate the machinery in here. While he's doing that, we'll jump back to K0.
Oh, good.
So you didn't see anything move in the other ship, much less try to come in the airlock. However, after quite some time, the external sensors detect something. Danger approaches. What do you do?
Good thing I was keeping an eye on those, too.
The sensors detect a large solar flare erupting in the system star heading right for both ships.
How dangerous is it?
Without shielding, the radiation will kill everyone except you in just under 2 hours. Wait, my species is from a naturally radioactive planet. Oh, that's right. Dr. Milksummer. You will also survive. But what about our spacesuits? Your character doesn't know how to put the flare yet, Yuri. Oops. Sorry. Make either an intelligence check or a space operations check, Kiko. Whichever's higher for you.
Kiko rolls the dice.
Wow, 4 under.
In that case, K0 knows for certain that neither spacesuits nor the whole of either spaceship provides enough shielding. Not even Master Chief's power armor will do that. Fortunately, your ship's energy shields can easily keep anyone on your ship safe.
Sorry,
Mr.
Jean
Sean
had
Shorts, are you heading there?
Jean had to fucking he forgot to speak. It's fine. But doesn't that protect But that doesn't protect anyone on the alien ship, right?
Yes.
Jeez.
Well, obviously I get on the radio to warn the others about the flare.
The radio signals make it to where the others are on the ship, so you're able to warn them. Whew. Just have to get the message from K0 about the flare. Monty says he's figured out the engine system and should only take 5 minutes to restore the power to the ship. How much time did you say we had before the radiation becomes lethal? 2 hours. Out of character, I think Lucas is setting up a trap for us. In character, I think we have plenty of time and should restore the power. We can then activate this ship's shields or return safely to our own, if we can.
Oh, come on. This is straight out of how many horror movies? You know things are just gonna go bad as soon as the power is restored. Yes, we all know. But can you honestly say that any of our characters know?
We know something's going to happen because it's a story, and narrative and stories are driven by conflict. But our characters don't know that. To them, it's real life, and in real life, bad things don't usually happen when you turn on the lights. Wait, is something bad about to happen?
Probably gonna get eaten by a bunch of aliens.
No, he won't. I'm going to chop them up.
Sounds like Violet's on board for turning on the power.
Yeah. As Monty flips the final few switches, you all hear a massive thrum reverberate through the ship. The lights all turn on at the same time. With the lights on, you can see the mummified corpse of a humanoid alien floating behind some pipes none of you noticed before. I have my sword ready in case it's a trick.
I'm looking everywhere but the corpse. There's something hiding in here. Didn't the artificial gravity turn on with the lights?
Strangely enough, no, you're all still floating.
Do I see anything going on outside while the ship powers on?
We'll get to what you see in a minute. I take a look at the dead alien. As you get closer, you see that there are actually two aliens.
They're having sex.
Double trouble. They're having sex. Angrily aggressive sex. The first one is the one you initially noticed that looks humanoid. The second is much smaller. Now, with vicious claws and teeth, it appears to have died trying to claw its way out of the chest of the first alien.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Yes, it looks very similar to the chest burster from the alien movies. How classic is that? At least we know why the ship is derelict now. With all that being said, let's switch back to K0. What do you do, K0? You'll immediately notice when the power is restored as all the lights on the other ship, both inside and out, turn on. More importantly, the alien ship begins to move, ripping apart the umbilical connecting the ships together.
I quickly ordered the doors to close to avoid getting sucked out. Do I need to make an initiative roll to see if I'm fast enough?
The ship's safety system does that for you as soon as the pressure drop is detected.
Ugh. I checked the sensors to find out where the alien ship is going.
The sensors report the ship isn't moving through space, but instead has started to spin.
Spin?
Oh, of course.
Yes, the ship is starting to spin along its length, slowly right now, but it's definitely pick up speed.
Don't we see the ship start to move around us from inside?
No, you don't. No, you didn't. However, you do notice that all the air from within the ship is starting to get sucked out. Good thing we have our suits.
I get on the radio and ask K0 what's happening outside.
I explained to him what you told me about the ship starting to spin and disconnecting from us.
Good, now my character knows that, and we can finally explain what I think is going on. The ship isn't super advanced, it's super primitive. They don't have star sails or artificial gravity. Instead, the ship has a giant centrifuge in order to simulate gravity. They probably flew slower than light from someplace relatively nearby.
That makes sense. Damn. That means there's no super tech here to find and sell.
No, but I bet it won't be hard to find the homeworld. And this species will probably pay us quite a bit of resources in exchange for our technology.
Now that doesn't sound like a bad idea at all.
Exactly. This isn't Star Trek. We have no prime detective stopping us from doing something like that. I'll see Lucas's eyebrows go up at that suggestion. I don't think he'd considered that.
First thing though, we're trapped on an alien ship that might be infested with chest-bursting aliens and a solar flare about to kill us in 2 hours. I say about 1 hour and 45 minutes now. Which is not a lot of time to get off the ship.
The ship must have shuttles of some sort. If I can find the hangar, we can use those.
If Monty can stop the centrifuge, we could use a tether to cross. Good idea. While the airlock we came in had no suits or EVA harnesses, another airlock might have something like that. If so, we could use those to fly back to our own ship.
I'll look for hangar bays. You look for airlocks. Monty will stay here and try to stop the centrifuge. What about everyone else?
Kay's hero can look for places on the outside of the ship that might be other airlocks or hangar bays and guide them to us.
What about me?
I can keep myself safe with my quantum manipulation, but Larry and Monty need protecting. Since this large room is better to swing a sword in, Power Princess should stay here to guard Monty while Master Chief goes with Larry. I don't want to! But bad aliens are probably gonna be coming here. Find them is what you've been wanting to do all this evening. I don't want to help Edward!
She storms off to the kitchen.
Ugh, I'm sorry. The redhead boy says, I need to go see what's bothering her. Let me try first. That way we don't have to stop the entire game. If it turns out to be something that needs parental involvement, I'll come and get you. Okay then. The redhead boy reluctantly says.
I go into the kitchen and see Violet grumpily sitting at the table. Her name should be Violent because she's very violent. I go up to her.
Hey, do you want to talk? No.
My usual method of helping someone calm down and feel better is to offer them some tea. But I know that won't work with Violet.
I was thinking about making myself some hot chocolate. Would you like some too? With marshmallows? Yes, with little marshmallows in it. That'd be nice.
I begin heating some milk in a pan. I take my time so I don't scald it and to let Violet settle down. When it's hot enough, I stir in the hot chocolate mix and then pour it into 2 cups. I add enough marshmallows in one of them to cover the top and then take them to the table. I sit down across from her and set her cup in front of her.
Careful now. It's very hot.
She feels the side of the cup, takes it by the handle, blows on it a bit, and then takes a small sip.
Is it good? Yeah. Thanks, Yuri.
She just sits there, taking occasional sips of her hot chocolate. I'm worried about saying the wrong thing to her, but I feel like I need to say something to help her right now.
It's just a game. Make-believe. It isn't real. I know. Edward may play Monty, but Monty isn't Edward. Just like Power Princess isn't really you. I know.
I decide to guess at what may be bothering her.
Brothers can be a pain sometimes, right? He's not my brother.
Not the response I expected, but at least I'm making progress.
Oh, what do you mean Edward isn't your brother? He's my half-brother. A half-brother is still a brother. The same is true for James and Meredith. No, they're not. Why do you say that?
Damn.
Violet, I'm not going to get mad or upset. I'm just trying to understand your feelings. They don't play with me? They don't spend time with me? Is that what's bothering you? Yeah. Well, it's not their fault that they're not around. Meredith is at college, James is in the army, and Edward lives with his dad. Also, James has a son of his own, and Meredith probably will too after she gets married this summer.
I'm looking forward to Meredith's wedding. Though Sayori thinks it's a little fast, they're waiting until after they graduate before they get married.
But even when they visit, they ignore me. It's like I'm not. Ugh, I don't know how to explain it. Like you're not part of the group, even though you should be.
That's something I can sadly relate with. Although, talking about being an outcast at school probably won't mean much to her.
Yeah, they don't like me. I don't fit in with them. I hate them.
Try to see things from Violet's point of view. Pilot? There
Pilot.
was quite an age difference between her and Edward. How big is it again? Violet is turning 6 in April, and Edward is... Natsuke's birthday is 15 next month. Yes, Edward will be 15 next month, so about a 9-year difference. Yeah, I'm glad you used your unborn child as the barometer for that, Yuri. That's healthy. Meredith and James are, of course, much older than even Edward. Thinking about it, they're more like an aunt and uncles to Violet than sister and brothers. It's not even taking into the account that she doesn't share a father with them. It must be really hard for her to relate to them, and for them to relate to her.
Thank you for telling me what you're feeling. It helps me to understand you better. But do you really hate them? That's a pretty strong word. Yes, I do. Do you want to fit in with them? Yeah. Then you don't hate them. You sound angry at them, but that's different than hate. It is? Yes. When you hate someone, you don't want them near you. The fact that you want to be with them and are upset that you're not tells me you love them. Sometimes when you get angry with people we love, it doesn't mean you hate them. Maybe, but they don't like me.
How do I guide a 6-year-old through the complexities of family life when I hardly have any experience with it myself? I'm an only child. It was just Mom and I. How do I know what she's dealing with? Suppose I could go with the truth.
I'll be honest. I don't know what it's like growing up with brothers and sisters that don't treat me right. I didn't have any myself. You don't have any brothers and sisters?
Thoughts of Sayori, Monica, Natsuki, Ryoko, and Lucas flashed through my mind.
No, my mother didn't have any other children. Lucky. Really? Or did you just complain that you don't fit in with your brothers and sister? Well, yeah. Do you want to fit in with them? Yeah. Then how would you fit in with them if they didn't exist? I don't know. You wouldn't. So next time you see them, try your best to get along with them. I try, but I still don't think they like me.
I sigh.
I'm certain that's not true, that they don't like you. Then why don't they play with me? They're adults, or close to it. I think they don't enjoy playing the kind of games you do anymore. But you play with me, so does Mommy and Daddy.
She's got me there. Finish off the last of my hot chocolate and give myself time to think. Doesn't help.
How about you try telling Edward how you feel when he comes over this weekend? I don't know, it just seems kinda weird. I wish I had all the answers for you, but I don't. But getting upset with Edward's character doesn't really help, does it? No, I guess not.
I watch her stare at the cup.
It's a lot to think about and deal with, isn't it? Yeah. Do you want to know a secret? Sure. Family stuff can be hard even for adults, but talking about it with someone you trust helps. Is that why you came in here to talk with me? Yes, because I love you and want to help you as best I can. Even though we're not related,
I hide the sudden pain in my heart.
Yes, even though we're not related, I care for you, your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters a great deal. I only have one sister, Meredith.
I had been including Jennifer as well. I'm not certain if Violet has heard about her, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I am happy that she isn't insisting that Meredith is her half-sister right now. Maybe I did help Violet, at least a little. Violet looks down into her cup. It appears empty.
It's cool now, but there's still a little hot chocolate left if you want it.
She pushes her cup away.
No, thank you. I think Power Princess is ready to help Edward's character now.
I smile at her.
That's good. Let's go see if any bad aliens that need slicing have shown up yet, okay? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, I think we're gonna go ahead and just stop it right here.
That makes sense. It's a good timing. Let's...
Freaking library again, god damn it.
We're back at Yuri's place of work. That's right, everyone. Well... I thought I had it. Alright, now I have it.
Nice.
Alright. We're on year 29 now? That means we have...
Year 29, we got 11 more
11.
years to go.
How many did we get through this time?
I think we got to do like, what, like 5? 6?
Alright, looks like we got 2 more streams ahead of us.
2 more streams to go.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Monica May has been a very unplanned event. I'm not enjoying it though.
I will say though, like after we wrap this series up, I don't know if how you want to do it, but I think we should probably take a break from Doki Doki content for a little bit.
Oh yes, definitely. Absolutely. As fun as it is, it's definitely not something that should be done like all the time.
Yeah, trust me. Like I love Doki Doki Literature Club, but oh my god, it's okay. This
It's
is
a
not the
lot.
thrash on the mod. I mean, I do enjoy it. It just seems like some of it's kind of sluggish.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's a lot of the length, and it's very slice of life, which means that not a lot happens.
Yeah, I mean, not to bash it. Like I said, like I really do love the slice of life angle because it does kind of. There are kind of moments where it does kind of reflect how you do feel when you're thinking hard about the stuff that they're thinking about.
Yeah. I just wish
But like I
that
said-
there were adult Natsuki sprites so that we could fucking see Natsuki.
Yeah, so we can freaking see her, man. God dang it.
Well, you know what? Eventually. I'm holding
Eventually.
out hope that she won't just be in a fever dream or a phone call. I'm holding out hope. She'll be back. One of these days. But for today, that's all we have. So thank everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for coming. We'll see you next time where we do this shit again.
See you next week.
And hopefully it doesn't go on for too much longer. Again, not that I have not been enjoying this, just that
Yeah, the mod's
hate-
good. I freaking love the slice of life angle they chose. Like
yeah.
going through the freaking bouts of life of everything.
Yeah. I just hate that it's been the only content for a month. I feel bad for people
Yeah.
who don't care. But that's all.